Hey Joel, how you doing? Glad you came through. Welcome to the Sugar Love Show, where we have fun. Grab your friends and dance along. Join the party all night long. Love you for a ride. Buckle up, hold tight. We're gonna ignite. Shake your body to the rhythm. Let the music take control. When the beat drops, you better lose control. We're gonna make memories, create an unforgettable night. Forget about your worries. Let's spread the love and shine so bright. Welcome to the Sugar Love Show, where the energy is high. We're gonna dance the morning light. Feel the music.
I wanna be the best in the game, invest in my name. Check no restraints, I'm obsessed with the pain. I ingest, I retain, assess and I change. Possessed by the thought I'll be free one day from society's restraints. Money, clout and fame, mud, disease, a plague. We all love to hate, have to play the game, have to make a name. All our insecurities are on display. This is war with the enemy, think that it was meant to be. Living in a time where disease is on every screen. I won't let them fester me, I know most are festering. Negativity is a plague for the mentally weak. No mercy, all I got is working. Never stop searching, never quite so thirsty. I'm toxic and psychotic, with this logic you can't stop it. It's been chronic since I was a boy, so neurotic and chaotic. Go! lost with all I'm achieving. Got my foot on gas, never stop competing. If you break like glass, then this life's gonna eat 'em. Make mistakes real fast, then you learn how to beat 'em. If you take off the cast, you can see all the healing. If the pain's in the past, move on from the grave and put your foot on the gas. No, never stop competing, yeah. I've been doing this, I'm on it. I just wanna be iconic. Sipping on a gin and tonic, got me going off when I'm on this topic, yeah. If I ever play, I want it. You know that I'm always honest. Stay away from those who are toxic. Keep them out your face, no way, you don't want them, yeah. Don't try to drain my energy. The enemy is everything. It's mentally, unhealthily, spreading like a rare disease. But I won't let it get to me. I don't need your therapy. I can leave a legacy of leading by intensity. Come on, we can fight this. Freedom is priceless. Spread just like a virus. Living in a crisis. Do you feel courageous? Do you seek greatness? Trust me, you can take it. Go on and take your aim. I'm built to last with the webs I'm weaving. I could change the past with all I'm achieving. Got my foot on gas, never stop competing. If you break like glass, then this life's gonna eat 'em. Make mistakes real fast, then you learn how to beat 'em. If you take off the gas, you can see all the healing. If the pain's in the past, move on from the grave and put your foot on the gas. No, never stop competing, yeah. I wanna be the best in the game, invest in my name. Check no restraints, I'm obsessed with the pain. I ingest, I retain, assess and I change. Possessed by the thought I'll be free one day from society's restraints. Money, clout and fame, mud, disease, a plague. We all love to hate, have to play the game, have to make a name. All our insecurities are on display. This is war with the enemy, think that it was meant to be. Living in a time where disease is on every screen. I won't let them fester me, I know most are festering. Negativity is a plague for the mentally weak. No mercy, all I got is working. Never stop searching, never quench the thirsty. I'm toxic and psychotic, with this logic you can't stop it. It's been chronic since I was a boy, so neurotic and chaotic. I'm built to last with the webs I'm weaving. I could change.
I am on mute and y'all can hear nothing. Hey Sunday, what's up, Summer Breeze? Hey Chance, what's up, Angela? This is, I gotta put his name in the title. This is from DJ Torch, right? DJ Torch. Let's see what he talking about. Let's see what he talking about. All right. I meant to put my reaction too. I still may do it. Well, let's do it. Let's do it.
And the pot calls the kettle black, calls the kettle burnt, calls her mad. Kettle reminds the pot that we've both been burned on the same stove, that the parts of our bodies that are layered in soot were scorched by the same hands. Kettle tells Pot that she still boils water, holds the hot breath of a white man's tongue, endures the slow simmer of a white woman's allyship, and still, we make something beautiful. Pot calls the Kettle wicked, and Kettle says no, but says she's so magical she burned the hand of the last man who tried to pour himself a piece of her. Says she's so black, she is everything. So black, she is the beginning. She is the first thing someone finds home in when they wake up in the morning. Says, ain't that what it means to be black? To have the world go up in flames around you and still be sanctuary for someone, saving men who lost themselves the night before, saving men who curse our names but forget his mama is made of steel too. And now the Pot has no words, but calls the Kettle bitter, but loves the glass pan, the fine china, loves all the exotic shit white men put behind glass casings, loves how fragile things not made of steel can be. But this isn't about the pot or the pan. This is about the Kettle, the black woman, how she pours herself across the earth, but no one bats an eye when the water disappears. We give ourselves to men who never love us, but they say we are difficult, too hard to break. How we, the Kettle, praise this pot, this man for all the water he holds. How we are the only ones who do not call him monster when the water boils over, because we know this heat, this white flame, hot enough to make any of us explode. We are the first ones to make noise when the world goes up in flames, but they say the earth was saved by the man who heard her scream. Pot calls the Kettle black, and Kettle says yes, but says you best remember you black too. The next time they bring a fire to your neck, they burn black bodies on the stake and the stove. Pot calls the Kettle black, and Kettle says, bitch, I might be. Says, nuck if you buck. Then says, wipe me down. Kettle says, yes, my nigga, I be black, I be mad, and I boiled the last man down to his bones when he tried to test me. Pot calls the Kettle black. Kettle says, hell yes. But don't say my name as if you ain't ever been burnt too.
She did that. Microphone check 1, 2. If you can hear me out there, let me pause this real quick. If you can hear me out there and YouTube land, hit a 1 or a 2 in the chat. A 1 in the chat. Let's go with 1 today. 1 in the chat. Hoping everybody's having a great Saturday night. We are going to have a good show tonight. It's going to be all the way live. I'm first going to go over, believe it or not, brothers having to put up with racism all over the world. I'd like to kick a shout out before I get started, though. Kay Brown is in the house. Brina West is in the house. Spicy Black Tina is in the house. Mistress Newbie up in the clouds doing her thing. Here we go. Hi, this is, by the way, this is called Patterns of Behavior. And what I'm going to go over today is the everlasting bug around and find out theory that for some reason, unfortunately, men in our community basically love. We love to find out. And I want to show you better than tell you what's going down. But before we do that, I want you to listen to the racial abuse this young soccer player, very talented man, has to put up with. Here we go.
This is Real Madrid star forward Vinicius Jr. With the Brazil national team, the 23-year-old tried to hold back tears after the constant abuse he has suffered on the world stage of professional sports. Here's a sample.
Listen closely. These are actually slurs. What you're saying is slurs right here. This is slur. That's terrible. So basically, what you're seeing is slurs being, hurled towards this young, talented soccer player. And, there's a couple things that are going to probably blow your mind. I'm going to say right now. One of them is that basically you would think that the Black manosphere would worry or focus energy on the racism their own brethren have to endure on a daily basis. But if you were to go over to their channels, you would see very little of that, a very little fight for human rights in general, and especially for their brethren. And I mean brethren, I mean their other men, other Black men that want to be happy in life. Marcy D's in the house. So it's funny to me and strange to me that the very next person they hurl epithets at or derogatory, let's call it derogatory names, is the only women that ever supported them with consistency. Now, this is where it's going to get a little complicated. Did you know that there is a bigger fight for racism against Black men? Hear me out here. This is going to be very interesting.
Don't worry.
Did you
I'm gonna
know
be fast forwarding some
that
of
there
it.
are
Go
more
check them out.
people of other races fighting against racism against Black men than there are Black men fighting against racism against Black men? Do you want to know why that is? If you do, hit a 1 in the chat. You really want to know why? Let me tell you why anyway. Go over to the manosphere and they'll tell you everything you need to know. It's one of the most counterproductive, toxic environments you can be in, which brings out counterproductive and toxic men. That's why. One of the most counterproductive elements that has to do with racial equality I've ever seen has been over there in the Black manosphere. The only thing they have in common is they're Black. They have no pride in themselves or others, definitely no pride in their women. And there's probably right now more men and women of other races fighting against racism than Black men themselves. I mean, that's just something to think about. That is just something to think about. And here comes the trolls, and goodbye, troll. Anyway, it's funny. It's funny that happens. And I hope that troll brings that same energy to court. Anyway, let me keep going. That I thought I didn't know it was you, huh, bro? Yep. Anyway, that is one of the points I needed to make about this.
Necessary in order to make a case against someone who should not be on the streets of Indianapolis or any city.
Online Marion County jail records show Brewer was released on bond less than a month later. But although
that's crazy, how that happens, I do not know.
Me neither.
He was released, IMPD says they kept investigating him. And according to detectives, that's how they found the thousands of illegal images on his alleged devices, throwing him back in jail.
Man.
Exactly.
I mean, come on. This all ties in. This is all going to tie in. I mean, this is going far beyond I know somebody must have known he was doing this.
Hoping that with him in jail right now, that he won't be able to victimize any other children now or ever in the future.
Reporting in Indianapolis, Chase Howell, 13 News.
Man, I should have put this on our next, Dusty's video. Damn. I may have to do it.
Thanks, Chase. IMPD says Marion County Prosecutor's Office charged Brewer with 9 counts of possession of child pornography with aggravating factor. Police also say there is always a possibility there are more victims.
Now remember, Nesto had a little bit of some on his things. Maybe not as bad. I don't think anything's as bad as this, but let's keep that in mind now.
You feel that your child may be a victim of child abuse or neglect, you can call DCS. That number is 1-800-800-5556.
An Uber ride on the south
Now this is crazy. This is more thing. Here we go.
side, Chicago.
Brothers just got to keep finding out.
But 1,000 times, so no big deal.
But he had no idea that the woman he picked up was in trouble.
No, you finna shoot up the car.
Shoot up the car.
Yeah. What the?
Her ex-boyfriend went rat-tat-tat on his car.
Wow.
That was the beginning of
Both ex-boyfriends, I'm telling you. It's funny because these are the same dudes that are out there saying, black women ain't this and that. Well, if that's so, then why do you always? Then what's with all the emotion? What's all the emotion? Why are you popping caps?
I don't know.
Here we go.
frantic 15 minutes.
A TSR exclusive. That Uber driver telling his story only to the Shade Room.
Kind of panicked. I didn't know what to do.
The chaos didn't stop there. What happened when they thought they got away, and why the safety of Uber drivers are now in question? I'm Justin Carter. This is TSR Investigates.
Uh-oh.
That is just crazy. This is crazy.
Get away.
John Williams has been an Uber driver for about 2 years now, and the goal has always been for him to make enough money to open up his own trucking company. But he was almost robbed.
You know how much Ubering you have to do to open up your own trucking company? To own a truck.
He put in them hours.
His life.
He put in them
He took
hours,
an
bro.
Uber ride in the south side of Chicago, Garfield Park. The passenger's name was Diamond.
It was just a frantic situation. I was just trying to get through it.
And it was all caught on dash cam. Passenger Diamond hops into the car and immediately starts looking back. You can see the concern in Williams' eyes. He says that something was off as soon as she opened the door.
Go, you finna shoot up the car.
She told me
What? Damn, sooner or later, they're going to have a new kind of Uber, a getaway Uber.
What? Hold up. Did we hear right? She said, go, he gonna pop out a car up. Woo, baby, they have to change that job. Oh, wow. She ducked down. I gotta duck down. My. Woo, I have to rewind that part. Just in case y'all did not hear what she said, right? Just in case you didn't hear what she has said. Yeah, say what? Let me rewind that. Just a dash. Damn. Dezang. Get out.
Hops into the car and immediately starts looking back. You can see the concern in Williams' eyes. He says that something was off as soon as she opened the door.
Go, you finna shoot up the car.
She told me
Damn, sooner or later, they're going to have a new kind of Uber, a getaway Uber for black women. I'm serious. A getaway Uber, after you tell your boyfriend that's it or whatever, you got to get in an Uber real quick. The Uber's got to at least be like something fast.
And
go. You get ready to shoot.
What is that? What the is that?
Oh gosh.
He knows what it is.
What the What's that?
You know what it is?
For what?
Let me call the police.
And if you squint, you can see the suspect in the distance, his dark silhouette with a gun in hand, running toward the car.
Is that crazy or what?
My.
Man, I mean, just to think, I mean, it's one thing to I mean, it's one thing to shoot at somebody, but knowing that you're risking your freedom over the lack of impulse control is ridiculous. Here we go.
Kind of panicked. I didn't know what to do. And, you know, in that area, in the hood, you know, the streets are so narrow and you got these big mountain speed bumps and you know, the stop signs, everybody runs stop signs.
While Diamond calls 911, they try flagging a Chicago police officer who races by. No luck.
Damn, Popo heard it and didn't even stop.
She did call the police.
Popo,
The cops told
check
us
it
to
out.
wait. I think we was at a Dollar General on one of the main streets. And we sat there for 5 minutes.
That's where they heard more gunshots and realized it was safer to just drive. She says she wants to tip him.
Man, Chip, man. Where you going?
Look, we got to get out of here. We just can't sit here and wait on the police because ain't no telling what the police, you know, Chicago police, they take their time. She like, take me to my cousin's house and I,
Damn.
Updated the address in the app and I took her to her cousin's house and dropped off. And she said, I'm sorry this happened. And she got
Yeah,
up.
he's probably one of the most involved fathers too. Shout out to Feisty Black Tina. Feisty Black Tina says this. That was wrong as hell to put the Uber driver in danger like that. Yeah, that is very true. That is very true. That wasn't cool, but she should at least warn him earlier. Like, I think we need to go now.
Now,
who knows? Maybe she didn't know he was going to get off like that. You know, conscious mind love in the house. Here we go.
And it's on tape. He can't even lie his way out of that
I just
one.
went on my next ride.
She wasn't crying or anything like that.
Everybody roasted her on TikTok because he said she was laughing. She didn't take it seriously. I think it was a situation where, you know, people, they have like a nervous smile. I think it was one of those type deals because she was shook. She was shook up. We both were shook up.
Williams says that he didn't want to lose his Uber privileges. He relies on
Is this what, you know, Black women get to look forward for? Is this the protection and provision that Black women get to look forward to in our community? Is this, where's the deal? I don't see what the deal is. Kevin Samuels always talks about, you know, oh yeah, this is a bad deal. This is a bad. Well, look at this bad deal. An ill-tempered dude right here.
wanted to make ends meet. He never reported the incident. Instead, though, posting the dash camera video on TikTok where it blew up.
I was like, okay, I didn't get hit. The car didn't get hit. She didn't get hit. I just let it be. And Uber called me and they wanted me to file a report, and I filed a report with Uber, and that was it, man.
He got a response saying, quote, "Hi, John. We would like to gather your perspective on this trip as we're investigating this report. An investigator should be reaching out to you shortly," end quote.
Yeah, Uber should have a new feature that says that you can, you know, a passenger can, there's a question that says, are you in danger? And the passenger says yes. You can still pick them up if you want, right? But, you know, you say call 911 and then you have to drive around the corner, pick them up. You just know that when you pick them up, you're not staying. You're not going to sit there and hobnob and ask them what's going on. You're going to leave.
Hasn't heard back from anyone just yet.
I'm just fortunate nobody got hurt, man. You know, to all my fellow Uber drivers, just got to be on the lookout.
It is a thing. In 2022, it got violent in an Uber in South Los Angeles.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, remember now, that dude shot at her twice. Dude shot at them twice. That is the problem. That's the pattern of behavior that is going to keep us where we are. How can you say, oh, the man's holding us down, but we holding a gun and shooting at women? How's that work? How in the world does that work? You know, let me keep going here. Let me keep going. I got more for you. Let me go to this one. I'm going to skip that other one. So this is the newest on Diddy real quick.
Okay, so 35 minutes past
All
the
right,
hour
I'm gonna
now.
fast forward
And we are
that.
learning more about the sex
A
trafficking
little
raids at
bit.
mansions belonging to Sean Diddy Combs.
I'm gonna fast forward.
What is this? What is this sex traffic? See, he got away with the Cassie stuff because all he had to do. Where's the J Lo part? I don't want to go past the pit. Okay, here's that. It ain't that. So a woman is supposed to be fit, feminine, friendly, and then don't forget the point of let dude cheat in peace.
That's why.
See what I mean? See what I mean? What? So that's a pattern of behavior. A pattern of behavior. What are you supposed to do with that? I mean, and Common's a handsome guy. Some guys say women say I look like Common. You know? No, men say I look like Common too. So hey, I would love Common to be a good guy. Nope, doesn't happen. Doesn't happen.
She dumped him. Chili, y'all hold on to your lace fronts because this drama is about to get wild.
We even have the same beard. Holy shit. Bro, why do you have to be such a hoe? You're making us brothers look bad. Here, let me keep it going.
I'm in a relationship that is one of the most beautiful
So he does all this and then he cheats on her.
I know.
Listen to
women
this.
in life.
And then in life, he all this compliments and he can't stay loyal for shit. It ain't that. So a woman is supposed to be fit, feminine, friendly, and then don't forget the point of let dude cheat in peace. Patterns of behavior.
She's smart. She loves God. She has something real down to earth about her. She's talented. But I set my standard kind of high because she had to have an EGOT. She had to win an Oscar on her first movie.
See, he's saying all that stuff, and she is a wonderful woman, but he doesn't mean it. I think he does it. I think this is his form of clout chasing. I really do. I really do. He thinks that is clout chasing. I didn't say everybody else thought it was clout chasing, but he does. You think I'm all the way done with everything. Guess what? I got more for you. I got more patterns of behavior.
How can I say this? So there's a guy, he calls himself a pastor, a man of God.
Pastor in the house. What a joke. Here we go.
Has 10 wives. He's been lying to everybody. Put it up full mass.
I wonder if that is Pastor. Probably is.
This individual posed as a pastor. He would specifically target Black churches and Black women. Orlando Coleman, this is according to the allegation, a man accused of serial bigamy in Houston.
Serial 10 wives, folks.
Damn.
It's leading us right into you know who.
Posed as a pastor. Sometimes he would pose as a bishop. They gave himself a promotion. He would go to small Black churches around the country. He has now been sentenced to 3 years in prison after it was found that he, in fact, had at least 10 wives whom he married for financial gain. Now, that's the part.
Wow.
That's the part. It was a manipulation.
That's the new, and ladies, I'm trying to warn you right now, this is going to be the new scam. This is going to be the new scam.
Yep. Pastors.
Black men know
Pastors.
that Black women want to get married.
Especially the pastors. Especially
Common
the
did a
pastors.
very similar thing. He did not want to get married because he wanted to get married. He wanted to get married to have access to Jennifer's world. And he cheated on her. And he thought that would be, he doesn't care about marriage anyway, so might as well just say, hey, let's get married. This is the new thing. This is the new fad that's going to be popping. Men marrying women for money. Not women marrying men for money. No, the gold digger theory has reversed because now In our community, more of the women are making just as much or more than the men are. So they start doing stuff like this. 10 wives. Let's listen a little bit more.
Relation from day one. So Vanessa Goosen, an assistant district attorney in Harris County, Texas, who prosecuted the 51-year-old Orlando Coleman, told the New York Times that investigators believe his first marriage in 2001, in 2001, he traveled to states including Delaware, Texas, Kentucky, Nebraska, Pennsylvania, Iowa, North Carolina, Virginia, and others to find his victims after that. Okay? Now, I'm going to give everyone a bit of information. Put up the picture full mass. Okay. You see the open face gold tooth? Those of you who are unaware of what this means, please understand the open face gold tooth sitting on the side and you're smiling on the side is the international I want to be a sugar daddy symbol. Now, this is the manipulation.
Oh, man.
Because he would create a fantasy world and then financially benefit himself over time. All right.
So if that's, it's funny how men in our community talk about how black women emasculate them. And here's this dude acting as if he's a sugar baby. No, we emasculate ourselves, fellas. That's what's going down. If you feel like women are emasculating you, that's not the point. You're just mad because they stood up to you. That's all that is. I mean, if you can be emasculated at all, that's your problem, nobody else's. Let me keep this going. I mean, this is crazy here. Do I want to do that one? I don't know if I want to do this one. Let me see. Okay. Let me put it back here for a minute.
Hello? Ooh, child.
If you don't already know, we got KG, Kendrick G in the house.
Underwater? What kind of Wi-Fi plant is this? Hello? You got it together, boo?
I'm trying.
I
Can you
heard
hear me
you,
now?
but I can't see you.
Oh, wait.
Okay,
Let
this is
me
better. Okay, this is good. I think we
Is it
did.
better?
Yes. What's your name, babe?
De Niro.
Oh, you know what? Can you take your Bluetooth off and just talk to me directly? Is that
His name is De Niro. Oh my God. New Diamond says this about, she breaks it down like this. That's why they are angry and dangerous. I heard a man say that women's rights went too far. I also had a black man tell me he's used to a woman taking care of him. Well, bye, go find her. Exactly. Brina West says this, they've been doing it. They get away with it because of the stigma that black women have. Black women should date down. They are nothing more than gold diggers, and that's the truth. Bars. Then Darnell says, it sounds like pimping using the lover boy method. Bars. Exactly, Darnell. Here we go.
Is that possible?
Let me see. All right, let me see if you can hear me good. Can you hear me good now?
I can hear you.
Okay,
but
let me stop it right there. Let me tell you his real name.
Phone, so I.
You off to the side like we in a music video. Can you shift it over? There you go.
Yeah.
That's right. Shout out to Pastor Sharp. That's my new pastor who is getting me together to make sure I go to heaven so I don't be messing with y'all. All right, here we go. De Niro, where you calling us from?
Calling from Little Rock. Let me fix my phone. Somebody say my phone phone. Can you hear me?
Sometimes CBC can be hella funny. I'm telling you. Here we go.
I can hear you, De Niro.
I had to clean my screen cause
Yeah, whatever, dude.
somebody said my
Put
screen.
that damn phone down, De Niro, before I pass out again.
All right, can you still hear me?
Yes, I can see and
Damn.
hear you.
Come on.
All right.
De Niro, where you calling us from?
Little Rock.
Little Rock. Okay. How old are you?
I'm 41.
41. What you do for a living?
I drive garbage trucks.
Okay, drive garbage trucks. You have any kids?
What did he?
You have any kids, De Niro?
It was just fine. Why did he mess with the? Why did he mess?
We have
Hey,
one child,
Jack.
3?
Yes.
Okay. Why you not with the mother?
It just didn't work out. You know, we was ready to get married. We was on our way, but infidelity and things like that. I guess we outgrew each other. We were no longer compatible.
Who cheated?
It wasn't me.
That took a hell of a long time for him to say that. I don't know if I believe him, but let's keep it going.
How'd you find out?
Patterns, things switched up.
Patterns, okay. Let's see.
Such as, we nosy. Give us the game so we can know, so we don't fall for it one day.
I mean, hey, I'm sure she'll probably see this one day or whatever. Somebody probably put up on it because we ain't Facebook friends. But I mean, me and her cool right now. So even to just get in depth like that, I don't want to.
Okay, we won't bring up her whole past. Let's keep going. This is De Niro, Little Rock, 41, drives garbage trucks, has a 3-year-old. When's your birthday or zodiac sign?
September the 9th, Virgo.
Virgo. All right. So what type of woman you looking for now?
Really, you know, I already experienced a lifetime of hell. I need somebody that's gonna bring me peace. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I wonder why he experienced a lifetime of hell. Let's find out.
You know, I need a glimpse of heaven while I'm here on earth.
Who gave you a lifetime of hell?
Yeah, who gave you a lifetime of hell?
No, it's just my life, period. I did 18 years in prison.
Let's find out why.
You went, whoa. When did you go to prison? You was in jail for 18 years?
I got locked up 4 days after my prom, a few weeks before graduation. I went in at the age of 18, got out at 36.
So you only been out of jail for 3 years?
No, 5 years.
Okay. So a couple things. What did you do to go to jail for 18 years?
I did 18 years in prison for a murder charge somebody else committed.
Y'all missed the good part.
Yeah,
Y'all came in late.
right. Okay.
That somebody else committed.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're supposed to just believe that. That's the funny thing is when people lie, they're just like, they'll just look at you with the blank stare. It's like, yeah, you're supposed to believe me. Yeah. Yep. You know, we can look shit up, bro. You know, that's the funny thing. You can look shit up and find out whether what somebody said is true. You know, that's the funny thing. That's funny. Here we go.
No. You know, I ain't gonna, walk around all macho like, like you just so, it's the real thing because I learned,
Now he's flossing on his lie, by the way. He's offered no proof whatsoever that what he just said is true. But that's the way it goes. Patterns, folks.
After maturing, that the synonym for being real is really being a fool. You know what I'm saying? I don't regret going to prison because prison is what ultimately made me the man I am today. Not saying I was.
That's the problem, though. We don't want prison to make men the way they are today because the return rate is way too high, and the men who stay out haven't turned their lives around at all.
To society before I went, but if it wasn't for where I went, I wouldn't definitely be on the path I am today.
So what he's saying is that he was going to probably, if he didn't commit what he did back then, what he said he didn't do, then he probably would have done it anyway. That's basically what he could only be saying right now.
You could be on a different path. How do you know what your 18 years was?
Right, exactly. Exactly.
Who's to say? It's just not like saying if I went back in them
He said
days,
never mind. He guilty.
if I went back in time to ask me, would you tell now? You know what I'm saying? I can't go back there. I refuse to go back there, but it's all good.
Brina West says, I have heard that story so many times.
Take it back.
And women
y'all,
actually
right?
wait on these men to get out.
Y'all late for class.
Is what's crazy.
But I'm gonna be nice.
Bars, Brina. You're bringing it tonight, Brina. Jizzy's in the house. Jizzy says, women love a man from prison, even women
I'm
with
gonna take y'all back a little bit because y'all late, right? And I'm cool like that. I'm cool like that. I'm cool like that. I'm cool like that. But then I'm gonna fast forward it.
Kettle says no, but Kettle reminds the pot that we both been.
Yep, baby, that's
and
me.
the pot calls the kettle black.
That me.
Calls the kettle burnt. Calls her mad. Kettle reminds the pot that we both been burned on the same stove, that the parts of our bodies that are layered in soot were scorched by the same hands. Kettle tells pot that she still boils water, holds the hot breath of a white man's tongue, endures the slow simmer of a white woman's allyship, and still we make something beautiful. Pot calls the kettle wicked, and Kettle says no, but says she's so magical she burned the hand of the last man who tried to pour himself a piece of her. Says she's so black she is everything, so black she is the beginning. She is the first thing someone finds home in when they wake up in the morning. Says ain't that what it means to be black? To have the world go up in flames around you and still be sanctuary for someone, saving men who lost themselves the night before, saving men who curse our names but forget his mama is made of steel too. And now the pot has no words but calls the kettle bitter, but loves the glass pan, the fine china, loves all the exotic shit white men put behind glass casings, loves how fragile things not made of steel can be. But this isn't about the pot or the pan. This is about the kettle, the black woman, how she pours herself across the earth, but no one bats an eye when the water disappears. We give ourselves to men who never love us, but they say we are difficult, too hard to break. How we, the kettle, praise this pot, this man for all the water he holds. How we are the only ones who do not call him monster when the water boils over, because we know this heat, this white flame, hot enough to make any of us explode. We are the first ones to make noise when the world goes up in flames, but they say the earth was saved by the man who heard her scream. Pot calls the kettle black, and Kettle says yes, but says you best remember you black too. The next time they bring a fire to your neck, they burn black bodies on the stake and the stove. Pot calls the kettle black, and Kettle says, bitch, I might be. Says, nuck if you buck. Then says, wipe me down. Kettle says, yes, my nigga, I be black, I be mad, and I boiled the last man down to his bones when he tried to test me. Pot calls the kettle black, and Kettle says, hell yes. But don't say my name as if you ain't ever been burnt too.
She did that. Microphone check 1, 2. If you can hear me out there, let me pause this real quick. If you can hear me out there and YouTube land, hit a 1 or a 2 in the chat. A 1 in the chat. Let's go with 1 today. 1 in the same energy to court. Anyway, let me keep going. That I thought I didn't know it was you, huh, bro? Yep. Anyway, that is one of against racism daily, and
is on the man's electronic devices.
As our Chase Howell explains, this was in connection to an investigation from last year. Chase?
IMPD says it was at this house on Adams Street where they arrested 32-year-old Andre Brewer on Thursday. Police say this stemmed from an arrest in July of 2023 for alleged child molestation. SWAT, along with IMPD, were positioned outside a home on Adams Street Thursday to arrest Andre Brewer, who detectives believe was in possession of 10,000 or more images in video.
That is crazy. Keep listening.
videos of child pornography.
This case in particular, it wasn't
10,000. Oh my God,
just
listen.
the number, but the type of images that were being depicted that our detectives had to go through and see these. For them to say that this is the worst case of child pornography they've seen is absolutely heartbreaking and incredible.
Nearly 10 months ago, court documents show Brewer was charged with 4 counts of child molestation.
Wow. That's crazy. Look at the ages.
1 count of child exploitation.
I can tell you they were young. I don't really want to get into the ages. I think part of us being a little bit vague on this is that we don't want to highlight the gruesomeness of it.
Police say when they
So that means this is pretty bad coming from, some guys who've been out on the job for a while. Here we go.
arrested him on those charges, they seized multiple electronic devices from him.
It's hard work. These detectives have to look at despicable images, and it's necessary in order to make a case against someone who should not be on the streets of Indianapolis or any city.
Online Marion County jail records show Brewer was released on bond less than a month later. But although
that's crazy, how that happens, I do not know.
He was released, IMPD says they kept investigating him. And according to detectives, that's how they found the thousands of illegal images on his alleged devices, throwing him back in jail.
Man, I mean, come on. But this all ties in. This is all going to tie in. I mean, this is going far beyond the effort. I know somebody must have known he was doing this.
Hoping that with him in jail right now, that he won't be able to victimize any other children now or ever in the future.
Reporting in Indianapolis, Chase Howell, 13 News.
Man, I should have put this on our next, Dusty's video. Damn. I may have to do it.
Thanks, Chase. IMPD says Marion County Prosecutor's Office charged Brewer with 9 counts of possession of child pornography with aggravating factor. Police also say there is always a possibility there are more victims.
Now remember, Nesto had a little bit of some on his things. Maybe not as bad. I don't think anything's as bad as this, but let's keep that in mind now.
You feel that your child may be a victim of child abuse or
that is just crazy. This is crazy.
I was just trying to get through it.
And it was all caught on dash cam. Passenger Diamond hops into the car and immediately starts looking back. You can see the concern in William's eyes. He says that something was off as soon as she opened the door.
Go, you finna shut up the car.
She told me to.
Damn, sooner or later, they're going to have a new kind of Uber, a getaway Uber for Black women. I'm serious. A getaway Uber, after you tell your boyfriend that's it or whatever, you got to get in an Uber real quick. The Uber's got to at least be like something fast.
Go. You get ready to shoot.
What the? What is that? What the is that?
You know what it is.
What the was that?
You know what it is.
For what?
And if you squint, you can see the suspect in the distance, his dark silhouette with a gun in hand, running toward the car.
Is that crazy or what? Man, I mean, just to think, it's one thing it's one thing to shoot at somebody, but knowing that you're risking your freedom over the lack of impulse control is ridiculous. Here we go.
Kind of panicked. I didn't know what to do.
Yes, ma'am.
In that area, in the hood, the streets are so narrow, and you got these big mountain speed bumps and the stop signs. Everybody runs stop signs.
While Diamond calls 911, they try flagging a Chicago police officer who races by. No luck.
You know the guy? Your boyfriend?
She did call the police. The cops told us to wait. I think we was at a Dollar General on one of the main streets. And we sat there for 5 minutes.
That's where they heard more gunshots and realized it was safer to just drive. She says she wants to tip him.
Man, shit, man. Where you going?
Look, we got to get out of here. We just can't sit here and wait on the police because ain't no telling what the police, Chicago police, they take their time. She take me to my cousin's house and
Damn.
Updated the address in the app and I took her to her cousin's house and dropped her off and she said, I'm sorry this happened. And she got
Yeah, he's probably one of the most involved fathers too. Shout out to Feisty Black Tina. Feisty Black Tina says this. That was wrong as hell to put the Uber driver in danger like that. Yeah, that is very true. That is.
She was laughing. She didn't take it seriously.
Look at this bad deal. An ill-tempered dude.
Now that we done caught up, now we're gonna get back to where we was. We done caught up, right? We done caught up. So now y'all didn't miss nothing, right? Y'all ain't missing nothing. We done caught up. Now let's go.
He's been lying to everybody. Put it up full mass.
I wonder if that is Pazda. Probably is.
This individual posed as a pastor. He would specifically target Black churches and Black women. Orlando Coleman, this is according to the allegation, a man accused of serial bigamy in Houston.
Serial 10 wives, folks. It's leading us right into you know who.
Who posed as a pastor. Sometimes he would pose as a bishop. They gave himself a promotion. He would go to small Black churches around the country. He has now been sentenced to 3 years in prison after it was found that he, in fact, had at least 10 wives whom he married for financial gain. Now, that's the part. It was a manipulation.
That's the new, and ladies, I'm trying to warn you right now, this is going to be the new scam. This is going to be the new scam. Black men know that Black women want to get married. Common did a very similar thing. He did not want to get married because he wanted to get married. He wanted to get married to have access to Jennifer's world. And he cheated on her. And he thought that would be, he doesn't care about marriage anyway, so might as well just say, hey, let's get married. This is the new thing. This is the new fad that's going to be popping. Men marrying women for money. Not women marrying men for money. No, the gold digger theory has reversed because now in our community, more of the women are making just as much or more than the men are. So they start doing stuff like this. 10 wives. Let's listen a little bit more.
Manipulation from day one. So Vanessa Goosen, an assistant district attorney in Harris County, Texas, who prosecuted the 51-year-old Orlando Coleman, told the New York Times that investigators believe his first marriage in 2001, he traveled to states including Delaware, Texas, Kentucky, Nebraska, Pennsylvania, Iowa, North Carolina, Virginia, and others to find his victims after that. Okay? Now, I'm going to give everyone a bit of information. Put up the picture full mass. Okay. You see the open face gold tooth? Those of you who are unaware of what this means, please understand the open face gold tooth sitting on the side and you're smiling on the side is the international I want to be a sugar daddy symbol. Now, this is the manipulation.
Oh, man.
Because he would create a fantasy world and then financially benefit himself over time. All right?
So if that's, it's funny how men in our community talk about how Black women emasculate them. And here's this dude acting as if he's a sugar baby. No, we emasculate ourselves, fellas. That's what's going down. If you feel like women are emasculating you, that's not the point. You're just mad because they stood up to you. That's all that is. I mean, if you can be emasculated at all, that's your problem, nobody else's. Let me keep this going. I mean, this is crazy here. Do I want to do that one? I don't know if I want to do this one. Let me see. Okay. Let me put it back here for a minute.
Hello? Ooh, child.
If you don't already know, we got KG, Kendrick G in the house.
Underwater? What kind of Wi-Fi plant is this? Hello? Ooh, child. You got it together, boo?
I'm trying.
I
Can you
heard
hear
you,
me now?
but I can't see you.
Oh, wait.
Okay,
Let
this is
me
better. Okay, this is good. I think we
Is
did.
better?
Yes. What's your name, babe?
De Niro.
Oh, you know what? Can you take your Bluetooth off and just talk to me directly? Is that
His name is De Niro. Oh my God. New Diamond says this about she breaks it down like this. That's why they are angry and dangerous. I heard a man say that women's rights went too far. I also had a black man tell me he's used to a woman taking care of him. Well, bye. Go find her. Exactly. Brina West says this. They've been doing it. They get away with it because of the stigma that black women have. Black women should date down. They are nothing more than gold diggers, and that's who knows. Jizzy says this. My cousin had a woman take care of him for 22 years. She had his baby too. Yep. So Jizzy, you prove.
Can you hear me?
Yes, let's see if this works. What's your name?
De Niro. Can you hear me now?
Yes, De Niro. Okay. De Niro. You ready?
Yeah. Hold on. I'm trying to fix this
We know that's not his real name.
phone. So
You off to the side like we in a music video. Can you shift it over? There you go.
yeah.
That's right. Shout out to Pastor Sharp. That's my new pastor who is getting me together, make sure I go to heaven so I don't be messing with y'all. All right, here we go. De Niro, where you calling us from?
Calling from Little Rock. Let me fix my phone. Somebody say my phone falling. Can you hear me?
Sometimes CBC can be hella funny. I'm telling you. Here we go.
I can hear you, De Niro.
I had to clean my screen cause
Yeah, whatever, dude.
somebody said my
Put
screen.
that damn phone down, De Niro, before I pass out again.
All right, can you still hear me?
Yes, I can see and
Damn.
hear you.
Come on.
All right.
De Niro, where you calling us from?
Little Rock.
Little Rock. Okay. How old are you?
I'm 41.
41. What you do for a living?
I drive garbage truck.
He look 51.
Drive garbage trucks. You have any kids?
He look 51.
What did he?
You have any kids, De Niro?
It was just fine. Why did he mess with the? Why did he mess?
We have one child that's 3.
Yes.
Okay. Why you not with the mother?
It just didn't work out. You know, we was ready to get married. We was on our way. But infidelity and things like that, I guess we outgrew each other. We were no longer compatible.
Who cheated?
It wasn't me.
That took a hell of a long time for him to say that. I don't know if I believe him, but let's keep it going.
How'd you find out?
Patterns, things switched up.
Patterns, okay. Let's see.
Such as, we nosy. Give us the game so we can know, so we don't fall for it one day.
I mean, hey, I'm sure she'll probably see this one day or whatever. Somebody probably put up on it because we ain't Facebook friends. But I mean, me and her cool right now. So even to just get in depth like that, I don't want to.
Okay, we won't bring up her whole past. Let's keep going. This is De Niro, Little Rock, 41, drives garbage trucks, has a 3-year-old. When's your birthday or zodiac sign?
September the 9th, Virgo.
Virgo. All right. So what type of woman you looking for now?
Really, you know, I already experienced a lifetime of hell. I need somebody that's gonna bring me peace. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, I wonder why he experienced a lifetime of hell. Let's find out.
You know, I need a glimpse of heaven while I'm here on earth.
Who gave you a lifetime of hell?
Yeah, who gave you a lifetime of hell?
No, it's just my life, period. I did 18 years in prison.
Let's find out why.
You went, whoa. When did you go to prison? You was in jail for 18 years?
I got locked up 4 days after my prom, a few weeks before graduation. I went in at the age of 18, got out at 36.
So you only been out of jail for 3 years?
No, 5 years.
Okay. So a couple things. What did you do to go to jail for 18 years?
I did 18 years in prison for a murder charge somebody else committed.
Yeah, right. Okay.
That somebody else committed.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're
You ain't
supposed to
telling
just believe that. Just that's the funny thing is when people lie, they're just like they'll just look at you with the blank stares, like, yeah, you're supposed to believe me. Yeah. Yep. You know we can look shit up, bro. You know that's the funny thing. You can look shit up and find out whether what somebody said is true. You know, that's the funny thing. That's funny. Here we go.
No. You know, I ain't gonna, walk around all macho like, like you just so, it's the real thing because I learned,
Now he's flossing on his lie, by the way. He's offered no proof whatsoever that what he just said is true. But that's the way it goes. Patterns, folks.
after maturing that the synonym for being real is really being a fool. You know what I'm saying? I don't regret going to prison because prison is what ultimately made me the man I am today. Not saying I was.
That's the problem, though. We don't want prison to make men the way they are today because the return rate is way too high, and the men who stay out haven't turned their lives around at all.
To society before I went, but if it wasn't for where I went, I wouldn't definitely be on the path I am today.
So what he's saying is that he was going to probably, if he didn't commit what he did back then, what he said he didn't do, then he probably would have done it anyway. That's basically what he could only be saying right now.
You could be on a different path. How do you know what your 18 years would have been?
Right, exactly. Exactly.
Who's to say? It's just not like saying, if I went back in them days, if I went back in time to ask me, would you tell now? You know what I'm saying? I can't go back there. I refuse to go back there, but it's all good.
Brina West says, I have heard that story so many times, and women actually wait on these men to get out. That is what's crazy. Bars, Brina. You're bringing it tonight, Brina. Jizzy's in the house. Jizzy says, women love a man from prison, even women with good careers, especially if they got kids and it's cookies. I'm afraid to say so, Jizzy, but yeah, you're right. For some reason, Jizzy, that's why this channel is here, because ladies, you need to break that pattern. I'm sorry if they've been to prison, there's a reason why they went to prison. It's that simple. This story about being a hero and taking the bid for somebody and all that kind of stuff, nah.
Say something. I ain't spending 18 seconds in jail for anybody.
Right.
Hello.
What Kendra is doing very nicely is saying, dude, I know you're lying.
Hello.
Because it doesn't make any sense. None. None. Whoever you wanted to go to prison for, right? Obviously, that person didn't care about you because they obviously didn't tell the authorities they did it so you could be out of jail. You had your whole life ahead of you. If what you said was true, which I don't think it was. I just don't. That's crazy to me.
He's a hero. What are you talking about?
The moment you've been waiting for.
He's a hero.
Nesso in the house.
How are you today?
I'm fine. Did you get my
Let me
message?
hold on for 1 minute. I gotta put my headphones on because I gotta listen to every word that goes down on phone calls from prison.
Uh-oh.
Here we go. Okay, getting along. I only wear these when I play phone calls from prison. Is that important? I swear. Let me go. Okay, let me dial it up here.
See blue.
Let me dial up my headphones. Here we go. Here we go, folks.
Go read the message I sent you.
Sonya's pissed off. I'm gonna crank this up just a little bit so we have a little bit of volume going on here. You know, I love to get my volume levels right. It's part of the life of a DJ. You got to have your volumes levels right. You got to get them right. You know, you can't just play this stuff. You got to have your volume levels at that level.
Is it good? Because I don't need to hear nothing else raggedy.
No, it's very bad. So go look at it. And then
It's very bad.
Okay, let me know if the volume's good. 1 for good, 2 for too low, and 3 if it's too high. Here we go.
What is so
it's
bad about it? What is
very,
so bad? What is so bad?
it's very bad.
Okay.
So go look at it. No, matter of fact, hold on.
Okay, so what's going on right now is they just got some bad news. First, see, Nesto thought he had some cases dismissed and stuff and got out of some things that he got into, you know, one of the 15, you know, cases against him and whatnot. But it turned out to be a little bit different, and he ain't about to be happy at all. Here we go. Oh, let me drop the link because you know so somebody out there might want to get their little link back on Sonya, and I'm gonna let that happen, you know. So I'm gonna put that link right in there. Here we go. Here we go. Probably this is a funny thing.
You don't want to hear what?
I don't want to hear nothing about no bloggers.
It ain't a blogger. It's not a blogger. It's not a blogger. It's just a conversation that came out of your mouth.
Okay.
Oh man, I love this damn channel. I'm addicted to it, I'll tell you. And how it has affected our community. Okay. And how it has affected our community. If they did a voice patterns check, it would definitely be his. So he's actually denying the fact, that's a fact, that was him talking from the video, from the audio that Sonya was playing. That's how delusional this man is. Here we go.
How do I know it's you? It's a
Hold on. Let me
video
fucking talk. Let me fucking talk.
Uh-oh. He's about to lose it, y'all. Here we go.
Don't cuss.
And I don't like to talk too much because people not listening. You don't understand what's going on. There's a lot of AI going on right here. This is the second conversation I had in the past 6 months. No.
No.
You're not
it ain't. Okay, listen. Don't hold your tongue right there. Don't even start with the AI crap with me because first of all, I'm on the first half of the call, and it's not an AI.
Is it a problem? Is it a call? Is it a problem? Is it something I said wrong? Did I say something wrong?
Yeah,
So
it's exactly, and it came out of your mouth.
Damn, he is so mad. He is so mad. The truth, people. Let me tell you something. There are people that really cannot stand the truth, especially when it makes them look bad. They really can't. And Nesto is one of them.
No, and it's not an AI.
Okay. I don't know what it is. I don't even really want to hear it at this point right now.
No, you just want to hear it because you said it out your mouth.
I don't really
okay,
want
then you know what? You don't want to hear it. That's fine.
No, I
Read
don't.
what I.
Because I'm on a recorded line. I'm on a
That's
recorded
fine.
line. Ain't
Well,
no-
now he's worried about being on a recorded line when people start shaking L's in front of him.
They don't fuck about me anyway. Any little dirt they can get on me, that's what they want. And you giving them support?
Listen.
It's something you said I said?
Yes, it's something you
Okay,
said.
did I say something about you? So if I
Yes.
Well, let me
You
fucking
said
go
it
read it.
about
I'll call you
you.
back. Let me go read it. I gotta get out of character for nothing.
Damn.
Thank you for using Global Tellink.
So what happened was this. He probably said something bad about Sonya to somebody else. Here we go. Hold it.
Ernesto tells Sonya that he talked to Dre and that Lamont offered to pay his bond. They also talk about the jail call that made Sonya mad. Take a listen.
Hello?
Hi.
How you doing?
Fine.
Okay, so how you feeling today? First of all, before I get to talking, because I ain't gonna talk
Oh
long.
my God. I had a medical emergency. I had a medical emergency on the plane.
What?
Oh, what happened? I felt hot. I felt lightheaded.
Phoenix, don't say that. Don't say that, Phoenix.
Hold up. Let me finish now, because I ain't trying to trip out on this phone too much. Too. This is an important day. And I came too far. So I apologize for that. I already did that already. So
This is his apology is a manipulation, but at least he seems like he's doing the right thing. At least he seems like he's doing the right thing. I got my phone calls from prison headset ready to go. I'm gonna hear every single sound they say. Here we go.
I moved. You say you're expert of personality, so you should know that already. And first of all, when you told me that day I was going through so much stuff, you already know that. So I ain't finna go.
The bills come due. I'm telling you, the bills come due. And what he doesn't understand is
some motherfuckers are always
really, honestly, how much do people care?
Am I wrong?
I don't know. I guess so. One girl was telling me, the one I was talking to the one I was talking to out of Miami, she told me 60, but I don't know if she actually did any calculations. So you got today's hearing.
Okay, let me tell you about that fuck it, because I ain't been asleep. You worry me and shit, so when you worry me, I can't sleep. So, you already know that already.
No, I don't know that, but go ahead.
Yeah, you do know that.
Act natural under pressure in the house. Under pressure.
Do know that. So.
No, I don't, but go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, so let me finish what I'm gonna say. Okay, so not Bill, but what is his name? Joe. Joe needs to know so he can tell his person that he worked for that my co-defendant has been out on bond for a whole year on his signature bond.
I already wrote the judge and told her that this morning.
Oh. Okay.
Man.
All right. Okay, well, that's why I can't sleep. You're all in my damn head. All right, so just put this other bond company.
He can't sleep because they know they got him, and they got him good too. They got him good. They got him good too. Remember, I don't know if you guys remember, but there was a bond thing. He was going through his bond hearing. They were talking about this and that, and then they said, so we got to drop the charge over here because he dropped the charge, but don't worry. And then the judge goes, yeah, we'll drop the charge on that. It's impeach or something. So then there's nothing worse than maybe they did or didn't. I don't think they even dropped the CP charges, but then he gets hit with an R charge, which is a lot. That's pretty bad. So
we can play the whole video, but this shadow in so much trouble. Do y'all know they hit me with a fucking I had to do an appeal for the last video that I did. I tell you, they be effing with this shadow so much. I think I forgot what violation. I'm like, but I won the appeal, but I got a community guideline violation for what? I'm like, are you kidding me? So this particular channel, I don't know. This channel used to be the hot channel, and the other channel used to be the not channel. now, right? But you know, it's gonna take us time to build itself back up. I gotta the first start. I still have to do the appeal. I gotta get my 4,000 hours back before I'm able to do the appeal, right? So we gotta finish off with Keon, right? People, yes, we do. Then they're gonna say, "Oh, we didn't see any community guidelines broken." So what you restrict the damn video for then? And they put the video back. The video we did yesterday, they took it away, but they put it back. They put it back. Right? So that's good, I guess, right? I'm like, well, damn. What did we do? And then the other video, I keep forgetting you can't put like, and I put the video yesterday from Sugar Love. I think I put Columbus Short was right with the black. You can't put black women and stuff on the title because they automatically make it yellow. They automatically make it yellow. It's crazy. Yeah, they full of malarkey. Now we got to finish with Brother Keon. Don't forget, this video, courtesy of the public offender. Go check out our brother Keon. He and our brother in our head. He our brother in our head, right? Right. Let's go. I don't even know what this is about, so let's go.
Some point, yeah. At some point in time, we've all been manipulated. So how can you, if you have been manipulated, how do you then turn around and not understand how a person can be manipulated?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's the thing. I think that kind of, for me, that's where the disconnect is a lot of times in these conversations. Cause I'm like, you know what it feels. You've been there before. You know what I'm saying? But then all of a sudden it's like, I ain't never. Not me. Like, all right, bro.
They all turn into Will Smith from Hitch. Like Hitch's whole MO was, I'm never gonna be hurt by a woman again, so I'm gonna do all these things, and I'm gonna unvictimize myself. I'm gonna make
all these safeguards, these
yes.
safe rails.
But instead, truthfully, like if you categorize the things you've gone through and you're able to empathize with other people, it actually makes it much easier to navigate the world than to trying to just pretend that you're not a victim. But the other thing is too, is that, and you know what, I swear, I think that's why we vibe, because I'm not ever going to deny like the negative relationship I had with my father is the reason why I can see things the way that I do. That's not something that I hide. But when you grow up, because you mentioned it, when you said we both from the hood, why is it that we can see these things and other people are just kind of like, nah, it's not really like that? It's because when you grow up in that heightened state of, you know, I gotta keep my eyes and ears open,
head on the swivel all the time,
literally,
all the time.
You pay attention to people's patterns because you have to in order to survive. I tell people all the time, don't be confused. I like to read because I had a mom who was very, very invested in education and who took us to church. So I'm very, you know, I have that side of me. But don't be confused. My daddy sold dope and women. I know how the game go. I know the game, sugar. I have seen it firsthand. The lies that men will go through in order to get not just sex out of women.
No, money, labor, everything.
401ks, businesses in your name, cars in your name. Like all of the things that you can think of. I've watched my dad get free boats. He had somebody sign a house off to him. For complete, I mean, the deed. Like you can talk anybody out of anything, but the thing is when you're raised in that kind of environment, when you are aware of the game, you know, like you can sense literally at a moment. I can look at somebody from head to toe. I swear my husband be judging me so bad, but I saw this dude one time. He was talking to me. He was making direct eye contact. He shook my hand. He had his hands in his pockets. He had his sunglasses on. Real cool guy, very clean cut. I told my husband, I said, when I got in the car, I promise you, I was like, do not trust that man. That man is a pimp. And my husband said, no, ain't no way. He was very clean cut. Like he's very nice.
Pimps be clean cut. Pimps don't be scraggly.
No, and he wasn't like very crass about, like he didn't have like a red suit on. He had a nice, neat, clean, you know what I mean, Hugo Boss kind of look to him. You know what I mean? But there were certain mannerisms that he presented where I was like, No. Because more than a man that will, kind of be timid and a little shy and, oh no, I just want to be loving. Oh goodness, no. There's another type that will shake your hand, that will make direct eye contact with you because he's trying to figure out, okay, how quickly can I dominate this person? You're gonna have to go through some work to get to this person. And you for sure can spot it from a mile away. But for some people, you can't because you maybe you've been protected by your parents. Maybe you have had other experiences that doesn't allow you to see that. Or maybe you want to unvictimize yourself. So you tell yourself that won't happen to you again. So you come up with these scenarios in your head that, all women lie like that.
Yep.
All of them do that. I experienced that, so that's what they all do. And you rationalize that for yourself.
Yeah. Do you Erie came off of mute. I just want him to say whatever he wants. What was you gonna say?
Oh no, I just didn't want to interrupt. I'm listening. I'm taking it all in.
You good? You could go. You can go now.
May I ask you a question, BPG? Being that you witnessed all of that and you came up, that way, have you have you seen like women that take on these same characteristics? Whether it be through adaptation or whatever, you know what I mean? Like I don't think anybody stays a victim, and just keeps being a victim. At some point they adapt, right?
No.
They don't adapt, they're just continuously a victim.
They don't, because people think that people have this victim mindset where they go from person to person to person and they're being victimized. And the reason why they're being victimized is because they either don't pay attention or because, they haven't learned a lesson. But people who experience that more often than not continue to be victimized because of the fact that people can sense those vulnerabilities and insecurities in them. So they continue to be victimized. They don't actually adapt to becoming like their abusers because the reality is they never had a desire to abuse. Abuse is about power. People who are being abused don't have a desire to have that level of power. They have a desire to love people. They have a desire to help people. That's the whole reason. Most of the time when you meet a guy who's pimping a girl, who's using her for money, his tactic is that I need your help. You save me. You fix me. So I need you personally to do that thing. So instead, she will convince herself that she needs to continue being in a relationship with that man.
Exactly.
Not because she just feels bad for herself or she feels like she doesn't have options.
Exactly.
She feels like she's helping him.
Exactly.
That's sweet.
How much is this is the partners that we see? You know what I mean? How many of these things happen as a result of chasing an aesthetic?
No.
You understand what I said? This is crazy. The women are. She just said that the women are preyed upon, so they're identified, and then the predator seeks the prey. The women are.
I understood what she said. I asked a separate question. I understood. I answered. I just asked an additional question.
But
do you believe that women sometimes fall prey or victim to a certain type of man because they're chasing an aesthetic? Like, for example, every abuser isn't a pimp. Every abuser is not a, they're not going to that extreme.
No, sure.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
What?
Yes, there are some women. Yeah, for sure. There's no need. Y'all,
They got
we
music
gotta be
blasting.
like. There's no need to be extreme
So
because
I can't.
these
do too
conversations
much
for me
talking.
are never about the extremities.
That's all
So
I
yeah,
need.
sure. There are some women who they all they care about is having a dude with money, and then they get a dude with money, and they have to put up with a bunch of abuse, but just because the dude has money. Yep, that happens. Is that the majority of women though, Yuri?
I think it's a lot more than you give credit to.
Please answer my. See how I'm honest and I answer your questions no matter what.
I don't because you're painting a.
What your questions are, no matter how much you deflect, I answer all of your questions honestly and earnestly. I ask you a direct question and you instantly pivot to something else. Can you
Okay, yes, I think that's the majority of women. Yes, I do.
think the majority of women are gold diggers who pursue men with money and then they get in relationships with these men and get abused. That's what you're saying.
I think again, see, now you're adding caveats to the question. I think the majority of women are chasing an aesthetic. Yes, I do.
But that's not what I asked.
That's my answer. I think the majority of women are. I'm not going to ever say that women are seeking to be abused. That's not. That's a disingenuous question. I think that women are chasing an aesthetic, and a lot of what happens is the byproduct of chasing that aesthetic.
What aesthetic are you talking about?
It varies, you know, money, clout, houses, whatever you want to call it, a certain height,
literal, physical, material things. She's chasing
mineral, physical, material things, whatever you want to call it, whatever adjective you want to put on it.
He's answering the question that he asked, by the way.
I answered the question. I said yes.
No, you're answering the question that you asked. He didn't ask you that.
Hey, how's it going? So just want to make this video really fast for you. Beautiful day, by the way. But anyways, the reason I want to make this video is if you're struggling with like Facebook ads and Google ads and haven't been able to really make the right leads that you want or be able to target the right type of people that you want, I have a lot of experience in this stuff. I'd be more than happy to offer you a free hand. What does that mean? It means like we can actually hop on a call, hop on a Zoom. Let's look at all the different stuff that you're running and, you know, let me see what I can do to help you get some better results. Usually after the call, people get appointments and get the leads and things like that they want. And my thing is like, I just want to add as much value as I can to just help. Flat out help, no charge or anything like that. And then it's like, okay, well, hey, you know what? You really know what you're talking about, you know, and you've helped my company a lot. I would love to try to bring you on or work with you, right? And that's kind of what I'm after in the end, right? Because people are like, oh, what's the catch? I mean, the catch is, I guess, I don't know, build a relationship so eventually we could work together long term. You know, that would be the catch, but. You know, I'd like to show you a few things first and just try to help you out. And then we go from there. And then some people are like, hey, you know what? Just set me up. I just want you to set up my ad account at first. And, you know, just let's set up some ads and run that. And then we can do something like that too. So many different options that we can do. And I at least just wanted to take a moment to introduce myself. My name's Conrad. My company's Market Monster. I'm here with my puppy. And this is what I do all day, every day. And if you need some help with your Google ads or your Facebook ads, I'd be more than happy to take a look for free. Okay. I hope you have a great one. Take care. Bye. Oh, it's not even clicking. Anyways, if you want to talk, click the button below. That's on the email. There's a little box and it says book a call. So if you want to book a call and talk, we could do that. Or, hey,
so what I'm trying to understand is, you think that most women are, just put it plainly, you think most women are gold diggers based on what logic, based on what science, based on what example, based on what?
I'm basing it on the eye test. I'm basing it on what I see.
Are you wealthy?
No.
Have you ever had a girlfriend?
Yes.
Have you had a good amount of girlfriends? I know you had more than one girlfriend. You got more than one girlfriend.
Yes. I've had my fair share of girlfriends.
Women, yes. I'm sure. You got kids?
Yes.
Okay. And you're not wealthy?
No, I'm not. I don't consider myself wealthy. No.
I know you're not wealthy. I'm not wealthy. You know what I'm saying? None of us are wealthy in here, I'm sure. But you just said, based on what you've seen, the majority of women are gold diggers. Then how did you get any of these women?
I'm not. I don't understand. I don't understand that. I don't understand that question.
You don't understand that question?
No.
Am I tripping?
Are you not? So now you implying that I need to be wealthy to get a woman?
You imply
that what you said,
implied that.
homie. That's what you said,
implied it.
homie. Stop playing. Stop playing.
What's going on?
I can't.
Are we
much
serious? This is crazy. I gotta be. Sorry.
Too much music
You
outside,
said
but that's that bull crap.
The majority of women are gold diggers, and then I asked you.
I never said that. You said that.
Just say that. You did just say that.
I did not say that.
said
I didn't.
from
Those
your
words
eye.
did not come out of my mouth.
Rewind, selector.
The word gold digger did not come out of my mouth.
Maybe they fell out your mouth, but they did come out.
Rewind.
Oh my God.
Selector.
Oh my God, this is crazy. I asked you.
I said women chase a particular aesthetic. You took that and said, so you're saying all women are gold diggers. I did not say that.
I asked you explicitly and specifically, not to be specifically. I asked you, and I'll ask again. Do you think most women are gold diggers? Because that's the exact question I asked you, to which you replied yes. But I'll ask you again. Do you think most women are gold diggers?
No.
Okay, that's a different answer than the one you gave previously. Just so we're clear. And so most women aren't chasing this aesthetic, right?
I don't think it's no different than men. Men chasing an aesthetic as well. Like I don't, it's not exclusive to women.
Oh, I agree. No. I agree. Most men are chasing an aesthetic because most men are shallow. Most men are very shallow. So most men are 1,000% chasing an aesthetic. I agree. Most women, on the other hand, are not chasing an aesthetic. Right?
What are they doing?
They were. How did you ever get a girl? How did I ever get a girl? How did I ever get any of the girls I got? I was never wealthy. Still not wealthy. Been married for a long time.
We get the girls from the trickle down effect. It ain't hard. You know what I mean? Like
Speak for yourself, sir.
Yeah, the trickle down effect.
Speak for yourself, brother.
Where are they trickling from?
Hey,
them must be the girls. Hey, I'm gonna use one of y'all lines. That's the girls you got. Speak for yourself.
Where are they trickling from? Can you hear me? Where are they trickling from?
They trickle from the, like, in my experiences, men and women, most of them desire the same type of man or woman. So I'm just going to use a number scale. You have 1 to 10. Most people are shooting for the 10s and the 9s. Nobody's shooting for the 6s and the 5s and the 7s. So a lot of what you get is trickled down because the people at the top can't deal with everybody.
So what if I told
you?
Very simple. What if I told you that wasn't my experience? I was getting them girls you talking about. So maybe I was.
It wasn't my experience as well. But at the same time, I mean, again, you act like none of us see what's going on out here. Nobody is getting up and saying, "Hey, let me go check for the UPS guy. Let me go check for the FedEx person." Like it's like, are you serious?
Hold on. UPS workers make over 100 grand. A lot of them do. The drivers do. So they got cheap.
Yeah, but that is a cumulative. See, again, that's a disingenuous. Yeah, come on, bro.
That's it. I just wanted to throw that out there because I think it's funny. No shade on the UPS workers. They make
it's no shade on anybody. You understand? I think you understand what I'm saying. Like the person isn't getting up in the morning going looking for a everyday blue collar average income person.
Of course they are. And that's what I'm not understanding. Where are they're not even in proximity to the men you're talking about. What are you talking about? The vast majority of women are in proximity of the men you're talking about. Where are working class women coming in close proximity to these men you're speaking of?
Can I say too, though, that women aren't looking for UPS workers or men who work at the post office or men who are like police officers and all those kinds of things because they are looking for men that they like.
Yeah. And if you happen to work at the post office, then so be it. Okay. If you happen to be a police officer, then so be it.
Good for you. But that's not.
Unfortunately, sometimes what we like don't like us.
What you don't like, that's different.
Yeah, that's a whole different conversation, brother.
I like what I got real bad.
Me too. I like my wife. I don't know what y'all. That's the thing, man. You gotta stop projecting. I like the women. A lot of them, not all of them. Some of them I didn't like that much. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna hold you. But I had I got the pick of the litter, bro. Like I had options. I picked great. I picked phenomenally. Like I did a great job of picking my wife. I don't know about you, right? Like so that's something you got to deal with yourself or whatever. But you just saying that this trickle down effect stuff is crazy. That's made up. You know what I'm saying? This ain't Reaganomics for Virginia. You know what I'm saying?
It's
Like
not,
some of
it's
us are
not,
like,
it's
you
not
said,
made up.
But Uri,
It's not made up.
it is made up though, because you just said that wasn't your experience, and that wasn't my experience. It's so confusing, right? There are certain even people do this. Even people do this. I mean, men or women. I've seen, like, there are certain women who they're not even attracted to like attractive men, if that makes sense. Like they don't even, and I'm sometimes I think it actually is because they're realistic. They're like, that dude ain't gonna like, you know what I'm saying? Like they like who likes them. A lot of people actually like who likes them, right? I don't think that that's crazy. I think that that's most people. I think most women, I'll say women. Men be most women they like who like them. I can't say that for men. Men, I agree. And Yuri, I think what's happening is that you're once again you're falling into that trap of projecting what men do onto women, right? And I agree that most men do shoot their shot at the top tier woman or whatever the case may be. I do think most men are desperately trying to be in close proximity to the dimes or whatever you want to say. I do think that 1,000%. I've seen it. I've done it myself, right? Can't hold you. But I don't think that that's most women. I'm not going to say that just because that's what most men do, that's what most women do. And we got to stop doing that as men. I think that'll help a lot if men stop always applying the same characteristics of that are typically found in men to women. I think we should stop applying that to women and start, you know what I mean? Like the same practices or whatever, and just assuming that like, oh, well, I'd see most men doing that. Therefore, most women do this as well. Most men are shallow, and they will date a woman. Like I've heard a million men say, I don't care. She could work at Starbucks. If she bad, I'm gonna wife her up. Most men think like that. That's how most men think. I don't care. I'll scoop a girl from anywhere. Okay, ask a woman that though. Ask a woman that. Ask a woman would she especially of a certain age. Ask a 35-year-old woman, is she going to date a dude that makes minimum wage? And then ask her what kind of dude she wants to date or marry or whatever the case may be. And it ain't gonna be no rich dude, but it definitely ain't gonna be no dude who makes minimum wage. You see what I'm saying? But a man will take a woman who makes minimum wage, and not because he actually can provide for her. That's not what it is. He would prefer her to make minimum wage. He would prefer to find a baddie that makes minimum wage so because when she comes and lives with him, that $65,000, $70,000, $80,000 he's making, that's way more than she was making at that time. So it looks great to her. She ain't gonna complain much, right? So he would prefer to put that woman in a situation. He can't afford to take care of that woman either. You make 80 grand, you make 120 grand a year. You can't afford to take care of no woman completely. Nah, you can't afford to do that. You got to be clocking $220,000, $230,000 a year to take care of a woman.
Completely.
Period, point blank. And the vast majority of men ain't making that.
Yeah. But I think that it excuses all the other behaviors, because if you say like that men are settling for women who like are the quote unquote 5s or 6s, which we all know is obviously a sliding scale. Like what's considered fine or gorgeous or whatever to one person is not to another person. Like that's
it's not a sliding scale, but I understand your it's not. It's really not. But I understand your point. I understand your point. The scale ain't slide that much.
I don't know how you understood it.
Hold on, wait, Yuri. Looks aren't subjective.
Looks are subjective.
That's
okay,
what
that's what she's saying.
Yeah, but but you understand what I'm saying as well.
No, I didn't finish what I was saying.
You don't even sound cute, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
You sound like you got a big belly, sir.
But that's that whole 5, 6s, 7s, 8s, 10s, whatever. It's a sliding scale, because if she's a quote unquote 10 and she looks like Halle Berry when you meet her, and you're with that lady for 20 or 30 or 40 years, you can for sure say in 20 years that she's no longer a 10. She's not as young as she used to be. You know, gravity has set in. Her body looks different. Her face looks different. Like, she's not going to look like what she looked like when you first got with her. And a lot of men sort of use that excuse because it gives them the leeway to be like, oh, well, you know, she's not a 10 anymore. And that's what I'm searching for. Like, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for this specific type of body and this specific type of face. You know, her hair is this way and she is this way. So the reason why I can't continue in a stable relationship with this woman is because of the fact that I had a 10, but I settled, you know, down the line because, you know, those looks started to fade and she's a 5 or a 6. Like, that's what that's for. And it's meant to sort of cover up, like, actually finding somebody that you like, because truth be told, there are just way too many men who don't, they want the aesthetic. Let's be completely honest. They want the aesthetic because they want to be able to have their friends and their uncles and their cousins or whoever dap them up when they bring that lady in, as opposed to finding somebody that actually likes you, that you're attracted to. Forget who else think they fine. Forget who else think they attend. Because I can't even imagine being in a space and listening to my husband say, well, my wife good to me. She is 6, but, you know, she good to me. So that's all that matters. No. Either I'm a 10 to you or I'm not. Like,
what's wrong with that statement if it's the truth?
That's not a true statement. Also, if she attends to me, then she attend to me. Right.
That's it. Who cares who else? I gotta sleep with them. Why do I care about who else thinks they attend?
If she attends to me, she attend to me.
All right.
I don't know what y'all talking about. It looks like we got 10. We got a bounty out here. The clock is ticking. We got 10 on there. Home Slice said, get him out of here. Who got the rest? Also, when men say women should be their peace, they are acknowledging that women are better people. Why should we restore the peace you disturb? Facts. Appreciate the super chat, Home Slice. Appreciate the super chat, Jason. Jason. Yeah. So we got 10. We need 40 more. The clock is ticking. Go ahead. This is crazy. And the video I played earlier, you know what was funny? He was saying, that guy, I wish I could play it again, but they couldn't hear it on the YouTubes. But the dude in the other video was saying, that women won't, like, basically Bula paid the rest. She just
bless her heart.
Bless her heart. She cleared the stage. I'm sorry, y'all.
Bless her heart.
Yeah, 100 to come back, brother. You know the drill. Hey, but no, so yeah, no, the guy said in the video, he said he was talking about women, like if she needs to be with the man that she knows other women want, which is pure projection. That's what men do. That's what men do.
Hi, we're Visible. Getting set to travel this summer and need a wireless plan that'll
and also we and this bleeds into this. we don't prove ourselves to be viable candidates for marriage. What up, Ocean? You know what I mean? We don't show ourselves to be viable candidates for marriage. Right? We don't prove ourselves enough. So we also hold the keys to marriage in that regard too. I think men be on some like women are waiting to get chosen. That's how we hold the keys. I don't believe that. That's not what it is. It's men's behaviors dictate these relationships. Men's behaviors is what pushes these relationships along or brings them to a halt, right? So if you're in a committed relationship with a woman and you're a man, how you act is how, like, if you treat her good, 9 times out of 10, the relationship is going to be a good relationship. If you treat her bad, 9 times out of 10, the relationship is going to be a bad relationship. You see what I'm saying? You know, like it's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. And you can say, oh yeah, that goes in reverse. But here's what I'm saying. Most of the time, women do treat men well in the relationship. So it's not like men are like, we need these women. Man, these women really got to step up and start doing more around the house. They do. We really need these women to step up and start helping with the kids more. They do the majority of the labor with the kids. We really need these women to go to work and make their own money. They make their own money and go to work. We really need these women to have integrity and be vulnerable with it. Most of them have integrity and are vulnerable with, you know what I mean? Like, so it's like, what are we like, you know, women are already like kind of there, and it doesn't make them perfect. And they have, you know, every individual has their own shortcomings and blind spots and so on and so forth. But like, for the most part, in a broad sense, you know, when you're in a relationship with a woman, you're not really worried about her letting you down in that way, right? Or in these ways, I should say. But conversely, when it comes to men, that is really what it is. That's what it hinges on. That's what the whole relationship hinges upon. Is this man going to mistreat me? Is he going to neglect me? Is he going to be attentive? Is he going to abuse me? Is he going to be kind? Is he going to be mean? That's what is going on with the women. Like, is he a threat to me in some way, shape, or form, physically or emotionally? That's pretty much what the internal conversation that is constantly being had to me with women. From what I can tell, like it seems like they're constantly like negotiating with themselves in the relationship with the man, because these things kind of never go. You know what I mean? Like it's never like at any point in time the man ceases to be a risk to her. Right? He can prove himself, and it will lessen her anxiety or her concern about him being a risk. But it'll never 100% eliminate her, or at least it shouldn't, to be honest with you. It should never 100% eliminate the risk to her. So that's the way that I kind of look at relationships a lot of times, right? When it comes to this stuff. So when I hear men say, once again, when I hear men talk about who holds the keys to what, I'm always like, let's expound on that. Like, give me some more context, because when I ask them, it's usually like men are the choosers and women are the choosees. Women are the chosen, right? Every woman is a pick me in these men's minds, and men are the pickers. And that couldn't be further from the truth. That couldn't be further from the truth as far as I can tell. As far as I can tell, right? So yeah, you could even say in that aspect, men control marriage. Yep. We have the keys to marriage. Absolutely. Absolutely. Cool. I'll accept that. That's a good answer. Yeah, women refuse proposals. Yeah, all the time. Women break up with men, women leave men, which leads me to my topic. Men hold the keys to divorce, and that's why divorce rates are so high. Because of everything I just said, because men do not show up enough in the relationships. So we leave the women no other choice but to leave, right? we're not showing up enough. So you force the woman's hand and then she leaves. There's the divorce. That's why the divorce rate is so high. For the most part, men are just not showing up in the marriages, in the relationships enough. Divorce rates high, breakups are high too. Same thing, right? So that's what when I say that men hold the keys to divorce, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm hitting on. That men just it's the relationship hinges on how well we perform within it, right? If we're decent human beings and we're treating women as such, the same, we're good. We're good. The relationship, I feel like, will flourish. It'll last for 90,000 years, and and we'll unalive right next to each other on our beds in our sleep, holding each other's hands. You know what I mean? Like that's typically how I view this for the most part. But if we don't do those things, if we don't practice humanity within our relationships, then more than likely that relationship is going to end in demise. It's not going to be healthy, and it ain't going to last that long. Especially in 2024, because thank goodness women can leave, right? It's a good thing. Women can leave. And anybody has heard me say this, I'll say it again while we're on the topic. Divorces should be easier. Divorces should be easier. Let me put it like that. Divorces should be able, like how you could get your driver's license and renew your driver's license. That's how easy it should be to get divorced. You shouldn't have to see a judge unless you want to. I'm saying, like, if you just want to get divorced, and let's say you want to pull a Tina Turner, right? Let's say you want to pull an anime, and you just want to leave, and all you want is your namesake. That's it. You don't want to argue over cars and clothes, and you don't want to split up property, or whatever the case may be. Or maybe y'all don't have no property to split up, and you just want to leave. I feel like it should be done at the click of a button. It's safer for women. I think it's healthy, to be honest with you. And I hate how, even though I am married and I understand what marriage is, it's not that much different than a relationship from a moral standpoint. The same rules apply from a moral standpoint, right? It wasn't like after I got married, now it wasn't okay for me to cheat on my wife. It wasn't like after I got married, now it was, now I really need to start paying attention to her. You know what I'm saying? Like that was always there. I needed to treat her the same way. You know, that was always there. That was always there. So I'm like, who cares if you get, like, as easy as it is for you to break up, it should be just that easy to get a divorce. To me, it should be just that. It should be that easy, and it should be free. It shouldn't cost much of anything. In California, it's like $500. For some people, that's expensive.
My new book, Keyboard Rich, How Anyone Can Earn Six Figures from Home with a Simple Bookkeeping Business, has just hit the Wall Street Journal bestseller list, and I want to give you a copy for free. Hi,
So some people I know be staying together because they don't got the money to get divorced. That puts people at risk. There should be a waiver or something. There should be something you could get to make divorces easier, to be honest with you. Right? This is not me advocating for people to break up or anything like that. I know some people are going to take it that way because that's what some people want to hear. That's not it at all. I'm just saying if it's over, it's over. You know what I'm saying? They said to the left, everything you own in the box to the left. Like when it's over, it's over. Pack it up and go. You dig? Like I don't see, you know, the need in making it harder. Like Black Kitty says she's legally married because of that now. See, I know two couples that I believe would be divorced if it wasn't for the money aspect. If it wasn't for the fees involved and all of that stuff, the court and all whatever else you got to do. If divorces could be done at the click of a button, there's a lot of people that would be divorced, and I think that they would be happier and better for it. That's what I'm saying, because they don't want to be with each other. So you create a dangerous situation, and could be dangerous for the children, could be dangerous for the women, could be dangerous for the men, who knows? But you create a dangerous situation. Now you have people with deep-seated resentment. You got high levels of toxicity, just bubbling and bubbling and bubbling, right? That's a problem. That creates something. There's something there now, you know? Yeah, divorce doesn't have to be a negative thing. Hey, it ran its course, right? We tried it, didn't work, it failed, it ended, whatever you want to say. Put her there, shake a hand, and we're out. Right? Shouldn't be that hard. Shouldn't be that hard. That's the thing. That's where, for me, that's how I view a lot of this stuff. And like I said, as a married man, all that stuff, I'm married, yada, yada, yada. This is not me against marriage, like, I'm not even on none of that type of time. You want to get married, marry before you carry, marry after you carry. I don't care. Treat each other like human beings is my claim to fame, though. That's my claim to fame. Let's get to treating each other like human beings and treating ourselves like human beings.
Exactly.
I don't want to put the cart before the horse.
Cut the music down.
Right?
They cut the music down.
Because I really feel like if somehow, some way we can get to a place to where we start to respect each other, then maybe we don't have to be talking so much about marry before you carry. Marry. We don't have to be talking so much about divorce rates and things of that nature.
Exactly.
Right? Allie Babe says she says congrats when people tell her they're getting divorced. I guess to a certain extent, yeah. You're not celebrating, the negativity. You're celebrating the positive part about it. You're getting out of it. Right? You're moving on. Nothing wrong with that.
That's our
New
brother
chapter,
and our
whatever
head,
you want to
Jackie.
say. Live,
Our
love,
little
laugh,
brother.
all that good stuff, right? All that good stuff. Grizzle, I see you. Divorce parties are hilarious. I love it. What? Nah. Exactly. Celebrating the resolution. Exactly. I love that. Smart way to look at it. So yeah, that's pretty much where I stand on that. I like I said, I just too many times am I hearing my brother saying stuff like men hold the keys to this, men hold the keys to that. But they don't really want to focus on the things that men actually do hold the keys to. Like I said, like divorce, like DV, like violence, like pregnancies. Right. People said in the chat, like STIs and STDs, things of that nature.
Nick done rubbed off on you, huh?
Celebrating my divorce. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with it. But there is something wrong with the fact that men are not understanding how much power we actually have within these relationships. I think that's the thing that, or I don't think, I mean, that is the thing that is that's what I want to touch on the most, is the fact that we have so much control over our relationships and we don't know it. I don't think we know it. And so I want to talk to the fellas about it. Yeah, I want to tell y'all, we have all the control, man. If you want to make it work with that woman, you can make it work with that woman. Appreciate you, Lady Q. If you want to make it work with that woman, you can make it work with that woman. Trust me, believe me. Trust me, believe me. If you want to make it work with that woman, you can make it work with that woman. Without a doubt. You're gonna have to swallow your pride, you're gonna have to shrink that ego, you're gonna have to actually listen, you're gonna have to be attentive, you gotta do it if you want to make it work. But for some reason, men don't see value in that. We're not seeing the value in that. And like I said, I think a big part of that is we don't see the value in it because we don't see the value in women. You see what I mean? That's the connection that I can make. To me, that's the line that I can draw between the two things. If you don't see the value in women as a group, as a whole, then when you're in an interpersonal relationship with a woman, more than likely you won't see value in her. So you won't want to make the stuff work. You won't want to change. You won't want to be better. You won't want to grow. You won't see it. That's the thing. Like, that's why it's so important for us to get out. Like, men don't understand how much misogyny affects us, but this is a huge example of how misogyny affects men. Having this disdain, having this disregard for women, not respecting women, right, as a group, affects your interpersonal relationships. Now you're with a woman and you need to grow. You got a lot of growing to do. You have a lot you need to change. You have a lot you need to address, and you're not willing to do so. Why? Why are you not willing to grow? Right? What plausible explanation can I give us as a group? Because it's happening, is rampant amongst men. What plausible explanation can I give at this point? If it's not just we don't respect women and we don't value them as human beings. Because if you were on a job and you liked that job and that job was treating you well and that job was paying you well, and your manager came to you and asked you to change something about your behavior, I will almost guarantee you that 99% of men would change their behavior. I will almost guarantee you 99, 98, 95% of men would change their behavior on that job.
Then
you're on a job, it's paying you well, you like your manager, you like your management, you respect them, they do for you.
Now, did y'all hear when the men say, oh, a woman would rather listen to her boss than listen to her man? Well, Ninja, you listen to your boss too. Shit, right? He right. Did y'all hear that one? I am the man. You're supposed to respect your man first. What your boss tell you to do. They be making up stuff, yo. They be creating stuff. They be making up stuff. They be pulling shit out their ear. And most of these young, see, my thing is this, right? Because you know I gotta do some commentary, and they finally cut the music down. And I did not want the copyright strikes. But they was jamming, boy. They was jamming to the T. I was up in here munching and dancing at the same time. But for most of the age brackets that are talking, like especially these little young boys, they young. Like a lot of them could be our kids. They still wet behind the ears. You still have a lot of learning to do yourself than to consider yourself a leader, right? Or I lead her. Ninja, we about the same age. Who you leading? Like, what type of girls are you messing with? What age of these girls? Like, sometimes when they talk, they don't understand. They sound like predators. That's just how I feel, right? It may not be true, but the way they talk, they sound like predators. Who are you talking to? Who? If I'm 25 and you 25, nigga, we got the same experience, right? Like, sorry, YouTube, but Ninja, we got the same experience. You're leading me where? We both got damn near about the same amount of time on this earth. You gonna lead me to what? You gonna correct me to what? We both seen the same thing. Now, obviously, if you're about something and you're working, you don't have to lead me. I picked you because you are you're about something, right? So the point of me picking you, you're about something. You don't have to even lead me. I already saw something about you when I picked you. Right? Now, far as all this dinner and stuff, what do you think? We don't eat all day? They talk about cooking and cleaning like we're not going to eat. But how many women especially even if they don't got kids. How many women ain't gonna feed you? Hey, we gonna sit up there and do what? Of course we gonna feed you. It may not be what you want because it all depends on how you were raised. But some people was raised Southern, you're getting Southern food. You want Chinese food? No, we're not making that. You got to order that. Certain foods we ain't making, right? So you can't have picked you gonna eat what you're gonna get. But the way they make it sound like they talk to women. No, you ain't talking to no women. You talking about kids. They don't understand. And nobody calls them out for that, right? Because they, in their mind, they think because you're 18 years old, you of age. So they want the one that was 17 yesterday, but 18 today. Because yesterday she was illegal. Today she's legal, right? So that's what a lot of them do. I'm like, sometimes you listen to these men, I'm like, who are they talking to? Kids? I gotta lead you, and I'm gonna teach you and follow me. Hey, nigga, what? Now we in the same age bracket. You gonna lead me where? What have you seen on this earth? What have you seen I didn't see? Right? Now, if you're a person, you going to school, but then we're building together. That still doesn't fit. You still would need an income from me. All right? You would still need an income from me if you're in school. And if we're around the same age, we're growing together. So we could take advice from each other. We're growing together. All this emasculating the man, they still ain't telling me how we do that yet. I'm still trying to figure that one. I'm waiting for a video, but I hear them say it, but they didn't say how, what is the ramifications of the women emasculating you. I want to know what happened. You have to see a therapist. You had to go back to your mama. Like, what did she do to you? How did she take your manhood? I will wait. Or you use that as an excuse to be more aggressive with the woman. But it still doesn't go in the same sentence. You try to emasculate me, so now I'm going to be really aggressive. Ain't no need for that neither. Ain't no need for a lot of this stuff. I don't know what they be talking about. But the thing is, it's trickling down. And a lot of I seen the video. I got to see if I can find it. These red pills, once some of these men started listening to these red pill people, do you know a lot of them started treating their wives really bad? And a lot of people are divorcing over this crap. A lot of people are divorcing because they start now going home and treating their wives who they already been married to really bad and start coming in with demands and I'm the man and what? So their age demographic would be kids, right? Kids. We ain't even because see, I don't really talk about 304s because they in a world, that's a whole world for that, right? It's a whole world for 304s and strippers and even the sexy reds and the other girl. They have their own world. It works for them. Whether we like it or not, that world always existed. Even in grandma time, she was out there dancing and flipping the skirt. It's always been a world for that, right? So we can't say they did not do it. We cannot say they were married. They were not. It's just that they didn't make them type of clothes yet. But when she was doing them flips, that man was able to see all that, all grandma, her stuff, right? See all of her stuff. I know a married lady now. He sometimes doesn't come home. He won't tell his info and get angry if she asks. He never takes her and the kids out. Baby, see, this is why I tell women, stop worrying about these men, keep your money, and you start plotting with your own, right? Start plotting with your own. Start baking you some cakes or doing something to establish your own income. Take some classes online. Women have to stop complaining about these men and take control of your life. Because it's going to be a point when nobody wants to hear you. You're not going to have people to tell your story to eventually. Because it's a lot of things that you can do in these ages and times. If you got to go get your kids their little phone or something, so you don't take some classes online. You could get a degree sitting at home. Get your YouTube channel. A lot of these mammies, they got YouTube channels. They do little TikTok videos. It's you cannot say a man holds your money hostage, right? And then while you doing that, and go get your divorce at that time. By the time you get your divorce, you will have a degree or you will have a following. But that's that old school crap. He don't want to come home. Ninja, that give me more days to work on my damn degree online. Matter of fact, stay out some more days. I need to study. Stay out some more. We got to start using our mind. Get our minds off these men and what they do to us and how they make us feel. No, you got to take control of your own life. There's a lot of little things that's out there. Go find it. And how they used to say, plan your exit. Plan your exit. Right? Plan your exit. But back in the days, you left with nothing. These days, even if you don't have to leave with nothing. Majority of the households have computers. Go use one of the kids' computer. Or why you take your kids to the library every day and use the library computer? See, we need more. Women have to get together and do more think tanks, right? You need more think tanks. Because we can't help. We have to sit up there and have some more think tanks as women, right? It's too many ways. How many women, house women, have the YouTube channels? Even that big old Crimson, I got a big ass following. All she do is talk about men all day. Boost men egos up, get paid lovely. Go get her page and respect the Black man, because that's the quickest way to get you some money, right? See, what we do don't get no money. But she got, and I love my husband. Respect the Black man. The Black man should be honored. The Black man this, the Black man that. Baby, that money come right on in. Even though she using it to get away from the Black man. But get your money. and then get away from the black man or whatever man that he is. I don't know what color he is. But no, we like, no. Mm-mm. And if you can't get your YouTube channel, if you ain't got no bank, then you go on to the library. Sit in that damn library. Take your ass there every day. Hey, I'll take the kids to the library. Gotta take the kids to the library. Women acting like they don't know how to do stuff no more. If you get you some money, it ain't like back in the days. You get your own separate account. Put the account in your kid's name. Stop it. Put the account. These today Herefords are lazy. Some don't know too, Jackie. Some don't know. These men got them scared. That's why I say women have to get think tanks. We got to have think tanks and give them some suggestions. All these women sitting home, that's because they older. I got left for nothing. You knew that already. Again, there is nobody saying, hey, depending on like your religion and that, nobody's going to tell these women that. And they got to get out these relationships with nothing. With nothing. They working damn near every 7 days a week. And they got kids. They better learn that hustle. They better learn to hustle. This is what they didn't want. That's why they didn't want us. But I'm like, first of all, if black women are not, this is how bad black men are, right? Not all, but this is how a lot of bad they are. They try to connect us with the feminine, being feminist. That was going to happen regardless. Whether we joined the Caucasian woman or not, that was happening regardless. They got tired of that shit. That was going to happen regardless. So you thought that the Caucasian woman was going to be free and not us? No. Sorry, sir. Sorry, ma'am. It don't go like that. You thought that everything, majority of the laws we have now is containing Caucasian women. Child support, Caucasian women. Public assistance, Caucasian women. Certain things we have because of Caucasian women. Certain things we have is because of the black people. So you thought we wasn't going to have rights. They said women rights. So you thought that we was going to have no bank accounts. We would have been all fucked up. Y'all ain't got no. Oh, Lordy. Can you imagine just a white woman? Just a white woman. Can you imagine how less black marriages it would be if we did not get become people did not be feminists? Because if it was just a Caucasian woman, do you think we would want to marry y'all? They forget that part, right? If I got to marry you and cannot get a bank account, cannot get a job, and you can beat my ass all day, I'm going across to the other side. I can have my own bank account. Or I'm just not marrying you at all. We would never get, it would be, baby, if just Caucasian women was able to be liberated, can you imagine how many less marriages it would be in the black community? Can you imagine that? Would y'all get married? Oh, the Caucasian women free, but we ain't free. We stuck with men who can't keep a job. They cannot keep a job. So they don't come home. They're drunks. They got 50 million babies. You think we was gonna get stuck with that? And cannot do nothing? Can't do nothing? I will go. Even if they would have said you can't marry the other side, I'd be like, and you got any job? I am not married. I will work. I'm not married. I don't no man own me. Can I work, please? We will still be working because we're not married. That only works if you're married. You think we complaining now? You think we followed the Caucasian woman? Actually, that benefited you too. Y'all not on the top of the top podium, baby. Matter of fact, the immigrants have more rights than you now, Mr. Black Man. The immigrants are getting jobs quicker than you. Everybody getting more everything. So do you honestly think we would have stayed at the everything we do, whether you like it or not, benefits you? Because there's no way. I ain't hear no woman in here saying, hey, I was going to stick by the black man. No way. Yeah, we're going to still love the black man, but we ain't going to marry you. Right? We ain't going to marry you. It'd be so many kids out of wedlock, it'd be crazy. Every child be a bastard. And there is no way in this earth being a feminine did not benefit you. They would have won, and they got laws to get their own bank account, and we can't. I would rather you think they want to be decentered now, or shit. Can you imagine? I'll marry you. I'll still be in jail marrying you, or I could not marry you, get a job, and take care of myself like how it's going today. Same shit. Y'all confused for no reason. Well, y'all think that if we didn't follow feminism, we was going to stick with you? So you could do whatever you want to do to us, and we can't do nothing? Are y'all men crazy? Something wrong with y'all. Really, really wrong with y'all. We're going to choose not to have no legal say and just be submissive to men who don't bring home no money. We're in 2024. If we was never liberated, can you imagine? Y'all don't take care of y'all kids now, and we have to marry you and can't get no bank account? Can't get no loans, can't get no houses, nothing? Why you out there doing you? Something is seriously wrong. You should be glad we liberated. You should be glad that we can work. Because you at the bottom of we at the bottom, but you right at the bottom with us. If you think that men, as they say, choose the Caucasian woman and don't choose the black woman, baby, if they made it legal and if we didn't go to feminism, we'd be all on the other side. It'll be a whole different story. It'd be a bunch of black women like, hey, Peter. Hey, Paul. How you doing? Hey, Peter. Are you crazy? They talk shit, but they don't know what the hell they talking about. They don't have no idea what they talking about. Carter, shut up. All right, let's carry on.
you do for them, blah, 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 blah. They come to you, they say, hey, I need you to stop being late all the time. Got you, boss. No worries. Hey, you know, on those reports that you send in, you're not sending it in with this form or that form or whatever. And we need that form every single time. 10-4, got you, boss. No worries. Happens all the time.
You've just graduated. Grab yourself a hot dog. Now it's time to find a job. Pay your own bills. Time to figure out.
It happens all the time. I've done it many a times. But when a woman is like, hey, I need for you to, you know, start picking up after yourself a little bit more and da-da-da-da-da. Oh, here she go. So you gonna leave me over some socks? Oh, here she go. I can't. So you saying I can't never play video games? I work 8 hours a day. I can't come home and play video games for 4? Oh, here she go. Hey, you know, I really just don't like the way you're communicating with me right now. I really feel like, you know, I just feel like you're not listening enough to me, and you're not actively listening to me. I feel like you've just been really mean to me lately. When we, you know, when I try to tell you things or I ask you to do something, and you know, I just, you know, I want you to, oh, here you go. Here she go. So what are you saying? I don't know how to talk to you. Hey, I just feel like you haven't been, I feel like you haven't been really contributing. You've been ignoring your fatherly duties or your husbandly duties or whatever. So you telling me I don't never help out? Never? Oh, here she go. Like, it be the same thing. Like every time, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. When the woman tells you, but that's what I'm saying. Imagine reacting like that on your job. Some of you guys do. Some of y'all do. Some men do, and that's why they get fired and all that stuff. Don't get me wrong. But a lot of men don't. So I'm just saying, if you can do that there, then you can do it at home. That's all I'm saying. If you can do it there, you can do it at home. If your manager comes to you and says, hey, I've been noticing you distracted a lot at the job because of your phone, your cell phone. Is there something going on or whatever the case may be? You're not going to be like, what? So you saying I can't be, look, Mr. Johnson, are you saying that I can't be on my cell phone while I'm at work? Because it's not distracting me. Damn. Like, imagine imagine being like that at work. Imagine that. Imagine your manager coming to you with something like that. Hey, you know, you've been seeing you like distracted a little bit. It's been going down a little bit. Oh, here you go. You just like my wife. Here, take my cell phone from me then. Here, you want to see it? Huh? Bill, calm down. I'm just trying to see if there's something I could. No. You said I'm always on my cell phone. Who did them 2 reports for you last week? Wasn't Jesse. I didn't say you not doing. Oh, here you go. You don't never give me credit. Imagine that. Like, what? Okay, Bill. Okay, Bill, you're good. I'm sorry. I've been noticing you've been distant at work a little bit recently. You want to talk about something? Why? So you can just use it against me? Nah. Never. See, every time you tell a manager something, I already know y'all gonna use it against me later on. I was just saying that it seemed like you was a little distracted, and it seemed like it might have been something. No. You're not. No, I'm good. I got this. Okay. That don't sound crazy. That don't even me saying it right now sound like I've done that before and I'm saying it right now and I'm like, damn, that's wicked. That's unhinged. But so why? That's my thing. It's like, why? When I finally got to the why, I was like, it can't, you gotta be kidding me. Are you serious? That's why I've been reacting like that this whole time. Wow. Crazy. That's crazy. And I'm just trying to, gentlemen, I'm just trying to hip you to it, man. One day you're going to realize that it was you the whole time. And you're going to be embarrassed. Let me tell you that right now. The first initial reaction is going to be embarrassment. You're going to be embarrassed. The initial reaction will be embarrassment. No doubt about it. Because it's good. It's crazy. When you actually like really analyze it, you're gonna be like, this is nuts. Like, what? Huh? Marv said, yep, I came to the conclusion after my last breakup. I was the problem. When you realize you are the drama, man, oh man. Let me tell you the level of embarrassment. The level of embarrassment is off the charts. It's off the charts. I shouldn't be embarrassed, but I was. And even now, at moments, I do cringe. I do cringe. That playing that out for you guys, that is for me a little like, it's uncomfortable for me. Right? One would ask, hey, public, how do you know what men do so well? Oh, because I've done it before. Because I've done it before. Exactly. I got the ick for myself.
What's going on, public? What's going on? Hopefully everybody can hear me okay.
Yep, we can hear you fine.
Yeah, man, I just want to say, man, I appreciate this show so much, like particularly what you're doing right now and talking about like marriage and stuff, because I recently I'm a newlywed. I just got married last month.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And when y'all were talking about it's two things, like when y'all were talking about like the shame experience of like finding out that you're the drama, like I've literally been through that. And I just want to validate like everything that y'all are saying the same way what you're saying is validating me, because I've been through that. And I felt like it was a crazy experience. I had left like a spiritual retreat, and I was given time to be able to reflect on like the role that I played in certain problems that I was having in various relationships with people in my life. And like, I mean, you know, I'm a religious person, and I feel like, you know, God showed me like where I was fucking up. And I can't explain to you like the level of embarrassment and shame that you feel. And y'all are right where like men will stop. Like, I'm thankful I didn't stop, and someone was there to provide. I had like a support system around me to keep me from stopping, because I was going to make like a decision that, you know, I think to this day I would have regretted based off of that shame, you know.
Hold on, Demetrius. There's an echo. Give me a second.
Get online in minutes. Web.com's AI Builder makes it easy. Simply tell us some info about your brand, and in a minute, the AI Builder designs an eye-catching website to showcase your idea. Wherever you are, you can use our AI tools to quickly and easily write copy for your website, social media, email marketing, and more. Our AI Builder takes the guesswork out of launching a website, so you can focus on what's important to you. Head to web.com and let our
was what I found in myself was I was controlling in a lot of my relationships. I was controlling, and not in
Why
like
was that? What was that? From some like past trauma?
I think so. Possibly, like I think it was because I've always had like issues with like anxiety and stuff throughout my life, and people who have anxiety issues, we want control,
Everything got it.
consistency.
Yeah.
Everything got to remain the same. That's not reality. That's not life. So for me, I was controlling in a lot of my relationships, but it wasn't like, I don't know how to explain it, but just the attitude and the way that I carried myself in these relationships, I was controlling, and when I got confronted with that,
were you mean about it? Like, was it, you know what I'm saying? Like, how did you go about controlling?
I could be angry if I didn't, the way I've heard it set up is like, heard it say, excuse me, is like you'll go into like invisible bargains with people, like invisible contracts with people where, a lot of men will do this thing where it's like, well, if I do this for them, then they should do this for me. Someone should do this for me, or because I've done this for them. And that's just not how anything works. That's not how relationships work, unless it's a transactional one, and that's not a good one. But it's like, yeah, I had those sort of invisible bargains in my head. And then when people didn't do the things that I wanted them to do, act the way that I wanted them to act, I would judge them, look down on them, and then try to control for that. And when I got hit with that, and what's crazy about that is like, I'm a big believer in freedom, in my values and my politics. I espouse all of this stuff, but then when it comes to like my relationships, I'm not letting people be free in my relationships. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So
that's crazy.
It was a disconnect between the
It's
politics.
duplicitous. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was out of step, and so but thankfully I had those.
This is what I respect, right? This is what I totally respect. This is what you call a man. See, this is when I say women know the difference. Angela, girl, he just started and blew up. When I first watched, remember when I first showed him, he wasn't even nowhere near 1,000. I turned around 2 days later, he had 1,000 already, and he was already monetizing everything. Hey, sis, right? I have to really respect this conversation. And it's hard to get an honest conversation like this, where people are not putting the blame on anybody but themselves. I have to respect his honesty. And this is what I'm trying to do here also, is make it to where it works for both, right? Because I have to also get into them Delulu women too. And people like I never have too many problems, but men don't realize, I talk about men and women. You got a lot of delusional women out there, right? And I keep trying to tell them it's gonna be, what's that old thing called? Yes, I respect a man or woman who is honest. Very honest. Yes, yes, and yes. Right? But like I said, I was saying, sis, they say how well, I'll talk about that another time, because that's another whole topic, right? We're gonna talk about that another time, right? But I'm so liking these conversations, right? Because any conversation that I usually have with people, I always speak in the I. I never speak in what the person have done, unless it's needed, right? I would bring up certain things that anything that contains me, if it's if it's needed. But rather than that, I would say how I improved and what I did to improve and look like I'm more of the look at me now, right? And the little steps that I had to do to learn, right? I didn't get this way overnight, right? It's little steps that you take to go to freedom, to free yourself. I'm not going, he did it. No. I will talk about the part that I played, right? So that means I would never do it again, right? This is what, yeah, he may have done stuff, but it takes, like I said before, it takes two. If you don't see where you fit into it, you're going to keep going over and over and over and over and over. I'm telling you, it takes two work to grow up. Yeah. And maturity. But wow, I like the fact that he said he didn't even notice. Yeah. Even though we don't know, a lot of us don't know we playing the role. Because we also got some Delulu women out there, right? Because, you know, some women, they think the world is over because you're single, right? They literally think the world is over because you're single, and in their mind, I have a piece of a man than no man. Now, I don't do a piece of nothing, right? I don't do a piece of nothing. I'm going to get the whole or nothing. I knew what I was doing, but I didn't want to change. So yeah, but some people don't, right? I mean, I was one who knew what I was doing too, right? I was one who knew what I was doing. Well, I got a low tolerance too, because I like to feel good. I like to feel good. I don't like nobody cannot be around me treating me bad. They cannot. But as usual in life, you go through bull crap because you human, right? There's no way you're not going to go through something. We are what you call human, right? And that is if you voluntarily do it. Sometimes some parts of your life you didn't volunteer for that, right? You didn't give permission for that. That's another whole entire different subject. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about violence. That's different. I'm talking about things when we have a sound mind, and things we should have done when we noticed certain things, but did not do it. We have to learn how to what we see, that's what it is. And goodbye. Even if you have to end up by yourself, right? Then at that point, you get some girlfriends, you travel, and you still live your life. Because it ain't like you may not have a relationship with a man, but you're going to be around men. You're going to still be able to laugh and joke and dance. You won't be with them because people start getting old and stuff. Some people are widows and they chose not to get married again, but they still want to live their life and they want to go and party. You're going to still be around people. You just don't have to have them in your bed. A lot of times when they're in your bed anyway, depending on your age, they can't do nothing no way. Right? They ain't doing nothing no way. A lot of grandmas and grandpas, the only thing they doing in the bed is sleeping. Ain't nothing going on in that bed, right? So you will still, it's gonna be okay, yeah. Or divorces, But I'm really feeling this conversation to the T. I'm gonna rewind it back a little bit. I don't have to play the whole thing because he doesn't speak to anybody else, but I want to play that back a little bit.
I love watching my daughters find their
controlling.
I could be angry if I didn't, the way I've heard it set up is like, another thing with men is like, I've also
led you to this place where you were like, I gotta be better though. Like at the end of the day, like I could be better and I'm going to be better. I think what's interesting to me is how a lot of men, how have you been? Hold on, real quick. Hey, Patriarch Mike, come up, brother. Here, I'm gonna mute you for the rest of the live, though. You can come up and get unmuted, but I'm gonna mute you for the rest of the live. So a lot of men will, or I'm sorry, let me take it back. The way that I look at men, if anybody is familiar with comic books on any level or have ever seen any The Incredible Hulk, if you look at The Incredible Hulk, right? His dad ran a bunch of his dad experimented on himself, and his DNA got passed on to Bruce Banner, right? And that's how he was able to when he got hit with the gamma rays or whatever. That's nobody like. A lot of other people, they would have got hit with the gamma rays. It would have unalived them. But for him, it turned him into the Incredible Hulk. I look at it like men in this way because
no, sis. I said, remember when I first showed him, and we was calling him our little brother. He was like maybe 400 or 500. Then next thing you know, he was 1,000, and he passed it. It was really quick. It was just a couple of weeks ago. He was less than like 400 or 500 and just blew. I mean, he did TikTok too. He did TikTok, and he brought some of his audience with him. But I'm proud of him. I'm proud of him. But we need more of real men conversations. This is what we need.
No matter what, those things are in us, like you were saying, like, because society has put those things in us, those negative thoughts about women, those negative thoughts about relationships, so on and so forth, this entitlement, that stuff is in us. No matter how much we fight it, it's in us. And then a lot of times it just takes like something to trigger that and bring that out. Right. And I mean, like, make it 10 times worse, because it'll be there. It'll be on the right beneath the surface kind of. But the thing that'll just push us over the edge sometimes, we just become like these terrible human beings. It could just take an event. That's really all it can take. All it needs to take. But on the flip side, the same thing. A lot of those, for some of us, a lot of those good characteristics are in us. And it just takes that one event.
Right. Yeah.
To make us want to be a better person. You know what I'm saying? And for a man like you, like, it seems like the thing that got you there was, I'm about to lose somebody that I love.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Yes. Like being faced with that realization, with that consequence, you were like, all right, you got to piss and get off the pot, right? And same thing for me, right? So same thing for me. But a lot of men, they don't, and people can say the consequences are real. Don't get me wrong. But a lot of men are willing to lose that woman to get with the woman that's going to accept that man where he's at. So it still takes something in that man to be like, no. I want to make it work with this person. I want this situation got to be the situation that works. Not I'm gonna, you know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna just go on and there's plenty of fish in the sea, blah 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 blah. That's a part of it. Also, a part of it is I think for men like us, we realize that more than likely, if we don't correct this now, it's just going to be a problem in our next relationship.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so it ain't like, like more than likely, it ain't going to go away. More than likely, women are going to leave you for the same reasons, right? Like if you had 4 or 5 girlfriends and they all left you, they probably all left you for some variation of the same reason. Right. So you could. So you had the power of discernment, you had the intelligence, like a lot of that converged you know, at a, you know, a lot of that intersected, and then that allowed you to overcome, right? That enabled you, that gave you the tools you needed to overcome, or the desire, or whatever you want to say. More importantly, it gave you the desire to be like, hey, I got to be better. I need to be better. I can be better. But for some reason, man, and hey, I haven't gotten, you know, if I could crack this code, I feel like I could make a lot of money. But for some reason, a lot of men just don't want to do that. Now, you know, we're just not interested. And like I said, I know society makes it easy for you, and blah 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 blah. You know what I mean? And I'm saying society makes it easy for men just to remain terrible human beings, right? And it doesn't punish us. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say, like, you know, just two more things, and then I'll jump off. I think to that point, like, not only do I think it's like an issue of like not having those values and that support system, but I feel like, and you can check me on this, I don't know. I feel like a lot of men are not tired of feeling like crap. They're not tired of it. They are not tired of it. They're not tired of destroying of their relationships, you know, going to trash. Yeah. They're not tired of hurting people. They're not tired of hurting themselves. They're not tired of it. They rationalize it.
Yeah.
You know, and for me, I was like, man, I just need rest. I'm tired of that. I can't do that no more. Like, this way of life for me now is way easier. Now it's way easier. But back then, it was not working. It wasn't doing what we wanted it to do. And then I think, like, another thing with men is, like, I've also, like,
hold on, Angela, do not forget to I don't know if you did, but Angela, don't forget to hit up Ms. Rod so you could get your prize. You could get your membership prize. Don't forget to hit up Ms. Rod as soon as possible. Try to please get in contact with her, because you won your gift. Go and get it, Angela. Congratulations. I ain't see Miss Pinky yet, but she better hurry up, for she gonna have to be in the next drawing. Remember, I try to do it every 3 months. Now I'm gonna get back to this, because now that I got Ms. Rod and Angela on the same here together, but Angela, please reach out to her.
Before I had that sort of like transformation, I had already been through like a stint in therapy for like mental health stuff. And a lot, and I know a lot of what I'm saying is cliche and stereotypical, and people hear it all the time. But man, like, any men listen to this, any human being listen to this, please consider therapy, please. Because it will give you, I'm not saying it'll make your life
it ain't gonna cure you
flawless. It ain't gonna cure it, you know, because there's nothing to cure. It's just being human. But it'll give you the tools that you need to be able to deal with the tough situations in your life and the stuff in your head. And what a lot of men, like,
I'm sorry,
we lack mindfulness. Like, we feel like as soon as we feel an impulse or get a feeling, we need to act on it. That's crazy.
I'm gonna ask these questions. Appreciate you, Danity. Thanks for the super chats. Thank you, Peachy Queen. Danity asked a great question. She said, for you, Demetrius, or I guess she's saying for both of us. She said, what did you do to damage the relationship, and what do you think it cost her to stay with you? You can, if you want to go, you can answer that question.
What I found in myself was I was controlling in a lot of my relationships. I was controlling. And why
was that from some like past trauma?
I think so, possibly. Like, I think it was because I've always had like issues with, like, you know, anxiety and stuff throughout my life. And you know, people who have anxiety issues, we want control, consistency. Everything got to remain the same. That's not reality. That's not life. So for me, I was controlling in a lot of my relationships, but it wasn't like, I don't know how to explain it, but just the attitude and the way that I carried myself in these relationships, I was controlling, and when I got confronted with it.
Were you mean about it? Like, was it, you know what I'm saying? Like, how did you go about controlling.
I could be angry if I didn't. The way I've heard it set up is like, heard it say, excuse me, is like,
welcome to menopause. A slower metabolism is part of the change. This simply isn't true. I have women who go.
You'll go into like invisible bargains with people, like invisible contracts with people, where a lot of men will do this thing where it's like, well, if I do this for them, then they should do this for me. Someone should do this for me, or because I've done this for them. And that's just not how anything works. That's not how relationships work, unless it's a transactional one, and that's not a good one. But it's like, yeah, I had those sort of invisible bargains in my head. And then when people didn't do the things that I wanted them to do, act the way that I wanted them to act, I would judge them, look down on them, and then try to control for that. And when I got hit with that, and what's crazy about that is like, I'm a big believer in freedom, in my values and my politics. I espouse all of this stuff, but then when it comes to like my relationships, I'm not letting people be free in my relationships. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So
that's crazy.
It was a disconnect between the
it's duplicitous. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was out of step, and so but thankfully I had those tools with like therapy to be able to feel that shame and use mindfulness to move through that, because I can feel those impulses and not make that decision that I was going to make. Like I can do that, but it was like at the time, this was like after I just came back from that retreat, the shame was so strong and so painful. I was like, I don't know if I can move through this. Like I can't face her, you know what I mean? But that's all I want to say is like, you can move through that. You can get the tools to deal with that and to heal, you know what I mean?
It's the shame is like, the way I could describe it is like, it's like somebody like pulled your pants down in front of a group of people. You know what I mean? It's like you were covered and then now you're not. Now you're exposed.
Yeah.
Like, oh, how do I? And you can't cover it up. You're already exposed. There's nothing.
Yeah, you're exposed. You can't. I could not hide anymore. Especially like from myself. Like I couldn't hide anymore. I couldn't hide that disconnect. And yeah, it's painful and it's embarrassing. And and I get it to a degree, if I can extend some compassion to men, I get why some of these dudes are just like, no, like I can't, I'm not getting into that. Cause it's so, the pain is a lot, but you also have to think about it as a man, like what is the pain that you are causing other people because you won't deal with that initial pain. You know what I mean? And so for me, yeah, I'm just thankful that I had the resources to get over that hump, because I do feel like a lot of men don't have that, or even if they do, it's just like, I don't know if it's like
we're just not interested. We're not interested in getting help though, because like I said, society was built by men in this regard. Men built society in such a way that it doesn't matter about your character. Doesn't matter.
Hey, Julie.
The only thing that matters in this society is your productivity.
Yes.
If you produce, society will reward you. If you don't produce, then you'll be ostracized. You'll be, excommunicated. But you can have the lowest you can have the lowest character. You can have the lowest amount of character, within a society, and nothing bad will befall you. Like you'll be perfectly okay.
Absolutely.
You'll still have access to women. You'll still have access to friends. You'll still it doesn't matter, but to a certain extent. But you won't be punished enough to where you feel compelled to change. Unfortunately.
Yes.
Right. And that's why And that's why we, as a collective, we need men specifically. We need to start I don't know. People want to call it shame, whatever you want to call it, but we need to start making us men who are not good people. We need to start to call that out. We need to call that behavior out, and not wait until, because a lot of men, how we look at it is, like I've said before, but it's like, oh, I don't cheat, I don't beat, and I got a job, I'm a good man. Right? It's not like you see that man is gaslighting that girl. You see that man is not helping out with them kids enough. You see that man could be complaining about giving up $300 a month for child support. You see that man is only giving up $300 for child support. However you want to look at, like, you see all of that stuff. And what are you saying? You see that man, you see a woman walking down the street, it ain't even damn she bad or something like that, and keep it pushing, right? It got to be some extras. It got to be something else. We always got to take it to the next level with it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You see that. You see when men talk about women, you hear that stuff in our inner circles, and you don't ever say anything about it. We never say anything about it. And where will it should start from the top down, don't get me wrong, right? Because like I've already pointed out, I think all of this stuff starts from the top down. I think it starts with the politics, and then the politics affect us in our homes, right? The reason why, even though you had strayed away from the status quo, the older you got, right, the more informed you got on politics.
Absolutely, yeah.
But our upbringing was, we were raised in the status quo. You know what I'm saying? You were all, you know what I mean? Like, you got those teachings early, elementary, high school, college. You was already indoctrinated. Then you had to unlearn a lot of that stuff, but it doesn't mean those things aren't there. Those sentiments don't exist still within you. They're still there, right? They still come up if you don't,
Absolutely.
You gotta crop them every single time they come up, but they're still there, right? They still popping up like the little whack-a-moles. You know what I'm saying? So if men aren't actively doing that in themselves all the time and actively doing that in their friend groups, you know what I mean? Like, and that's why I always be kind of, I hate hearing, it makes me, a little part of me dies every single time a man says, not in my circle, not in my circle, not in my circle. How can these things exist when all of y'all are telling me they don't exist in your circle? Then where do they exist? You see what I'm saying? Like, if every man if 80% of men will come up here and say, not in my circle, not in my circle, not in my circle, not in my circle, right? Then what is that? How can that be if it ain't in your circle? It's absolutely in your circle. It's you. Let me take it a step further.
Tell it.
It's you. It's you.
Absolutely. I mean, I even have homeboys who are like, that I've known for years, who are like, they are not healed. They have not healed. They have not grown. They're still in that BS. And it's like, whenever I find out, like, they've been listening to, like.
Have you ever wondered how technology can transform lives across different backgrounds? Meet Maria, a veteran.
Fresh and fit or some garbage like that. And then I confront it and I'm like, bro, I don't support that stuff. I'm not a part of that stuff. They're not, like, I can see it and hear it and how, like, defensive they are to, like I don't know. Like, they don't want, they're not looking to change in that regard. And it's just difficult because it's like, this is someone you care about, but it's like, they're not there yet. And I absolutely agree with what you said. Then I'm gonna jump off. I absolutely agree with what you said. Like, yeah, like all of these like manosphere dudes always talking about accountability for women, but like constantly throughout our society, men are modeling unaccountability. Look at the president. The Supreme Court just allowed the president immunity, basically gave him access to be immune from all of the insane crap that he's been doing. Mm-hmm. That's a structural level of unaccountability. So of course, like, men on the ground, if that's the most powerful man in the nation, they see that and they're like, well, I want to be like him. That's what's up. And it's like, it's just leading us to ruin, you know.
It plays out on a macro level
Right,
over and over again every day. You know what I mean? Like, because it's like, yeah, okay, we couldn't get away with that level, you know what I mean? But we can get away with, on our level, we can get away with a bunch of stuff, and we do all the time. We get away with being terrible people all the time, dude. I'm like this can't be, and women can't, like, okay, it's not enough for. It's not enough for women to hold us accountable. It doesn't work the same. That's what.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You see what I mean? It's not the same. We need to do it. We need to
men
not
have to
give
do it.
These men, like
exactly.
I say that a lot of these men are rest haven for hoes, but hoe as, you know, HANs, right? HANs.
Right.
I say a lot of these men are rest havens for HANs. We can't give them a place to go.
Whoa.
You see what I'm saying? Like, they should be uncomfortable everywhere they go. They should be uncomfortable when they, you know, in their space with their women. They should be uncomfortable in spaces with me. They should be uncomfortable everywhere they go to force the change. But instead, what we do is, when they come to us, we go there. You're good. She's the problem. These women be tripping. Don't worry about it. And we coddle the men, and then they go, oh, thank you. And then they go back out and they continue to be a menace. So, right?
Absolutely.
That's what I'm saying. It's like the women they're doing their part. They're rejecting the men. They're telling the men they're wrong and blah, blah, blah. They're doing all of that. They're doing all of that for us. They're modeling the behavior. But then the men go, well, I don't want to learn. And where can I go to avoid accountability? And it's a bunch of men like, over here, buddy. Come on, bring it in.
Yep.
And that's frustrating.
Yeah.
That's frustrating. We got to make it harder. We got to make it uncomfortable. The same way, if we were talking about ending racism, we would be saying the same thing to working class white people right now, right? We would be like, hey, y'all can't be letting these people talk like this at dinner, at the lunch tables, at the dinner tables, at y'all, you know what I'm saying, at the bottom, at the kissing, wherever y'all at, we cannot be allowing these conversations to happen. Period, point blank.
Absolutely, man. I just want to say, public, thank you again so much for opening up this space and having this conversation. It's been very affirming. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Appreciate y'all. I'm gonna keep watching. Thank you so much. This has been dope.
Appreciate you, Demetrius. Thanks for coming up. Oh man, we done joined the lives with Big Jeff, man. We in the house. What's good with it?
Ain't too much to it. Like I said, this is your deal. I just figured it to try to get to the FYP. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Maybe we should battle, and then I'm just playing.
We on the same team.
The battles be pushing people. I don't know what to do, man. This is crazy. I don't be knowing what to do with the they just, you know, the TikTok got their own little things. I don't know. Who knows? But we gonna do what it do.
Yeah, trying to hold it down. I'm just not sure. Like I said, I wanted this to be, like I said, more of a you thing. I mean, you holding it down. I'm just not sure how this works out, to be honest with you.
Okay, so
I was hoping we could jump into both of our platforms, you know, and just kind of get on the FYP that way for you.
Yeah. So here's how it works, yeah. Okay, so if people are over there on your side, you can't see the people that are commenting over here, and I can't see the people that are commenting on your side. So if you got 150 people over there or 200 people, I can't see anything, and you can't see anything over here. So that's the only. Yeah, so people are commenting. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
You still got your 200 people.
Yeah, it's 200 people over here.
Can you bring people up over there, or no?
No, I can. Yeah, and you can't bring people up. That's the other thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Y'all though, and they gotta come over there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But I see what's going on.
Yeah.
Right.
Now we know, but that's how it works. So now it's just my live and your live. We joined our lives. We can have a conversation. And all your people can hear us, and all my people can hear me. And you know, they could comment. You can see all their comments from your side, and I can see all my comments on my side. And that's it.
I got you. That'd be great for another time.
Yeah, another thing. That's what we're gonna do. That's what we should do. Actually, it's a good idea.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we'll do that as a decompression kind of thing or something like that, right?
I like that. That's a good idea.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you think?
Yeah, and then now we can cross pollinate what we got going on.
Yep. Let's get that cross pollination going.
hold it down. I'm gonna drop out of here. I appreciate it.
All right, bro. Appreciate you. Yeah, that's what we got to do. Now I know. Yeah. Jeff be moving around the world, man. Jeff be moving around the world. Snow Black. Why? Why? That's what I'm saying. For me, at least. So it's gonna come up. Like it's like it's gonna come up. It's gonna come up, you know. And it wasn't like when I talked to him about it, he was like, "Shut up, don't tell me." Like, had he done that, we wouldn't be friends anymore. You see what I'm saying? Like that's how he would have lost me. But it was like more like, you know, we had a discussion and we didn't agree. He agreed on some things. We disagreed on other things, but it wasn't toxic. It wasn't, you know what I'm saying? It didn't get to that point. But I don't know, man. It's just a hard thing to navigate. Like that, you know what I mean? Like that type of friendship, or it's just hard to navigate. But like I said, out of my 8 friends, one of them is a deadbeat. And I have other ones who don't be showing up for their kids. Also, I've had that conversation with them like, hey, you're not showing up for your kids. Others show up for their kids better than I do. You see what I'm saying? Like we run the whole gambit. You know what I mean? Like there's other ones that they always there. They always doing the right thing. And I'm like, damn, I mess with that. I like that. I respect that. And they're like motivation for me. Right? Because I'm like, I got it. Like, cool. So they doing it. I could do that too, you know. But yeah, so I like that. But it's like, I just don't like how, like I said, I just don't like how so many men like to lie and act like they don't have that friend in their circle. They don't have that can't get right kind of dude in there. They don't have that can't get right kind of dude in there. Why would he not be my friend after this? I didn't say I haven't said any, I haven't bashed him. Everything I've said to y'all, I've said to him. Right? It ain't like I'm trashing him, like y'all don't know who he is. You would never know who he was. But yeah, of course that's my guy. That's what I'm saying. That's my guy. You think it's that's my guy. He's like, I got nothing but love for that man. He just got it. He can't get right, man. When it comes to this, he can't get right. That selfishness is crazy. It's 1 or 2 in every circle. Jeff's channel is the Alabama fellow. Thanks for the super chat, by the way, Hippie. It's the Alabama fellow. But anyways, what up, Virtue? What up? What up? This is too. What's good with it?
Hi.
Now we have come to the end, right? We come to the end, right? We did DJ Torch. Don't forget to check out DJ Torch, and hopefully public offender, just know I have been supporting you and sending people your way. Okay, right? You are our little brother in our head, right? You are a little brother. I don't even know your name, but we done named you Keon, right? But we're going to continue this tomorrow. We're going to continue this tomorrow. I don't know what we're gonna talk about tomorrow. But that's right. Call a spade, baby. Call a spade, a spade. That's what's up. What we do, cause see, even when the Sexy Red, it's the only why I always say her name because I can't remember the other one's names. So it's not like I'm just pointing her out. They're just not in my age bracket, and I do not know all of their name. I think I may like know maybe like Lotto, but that's like the farthest I go. I do not know their names, so it don't be like, well, every she always saying Sexy Red. That's the easiest name to remember. She's not the only one. But look how quick we call women will call out other women, right? We will call them out. We will hold them responsible. But you will not see men do that. You will not see men do that on regular basis. They will not call out their friends. You will hear men call out the dysfunction. But at the end of the day, their behavior sets them up for failure. Just in life, period. It sets them up for failure. Men behavior set them up for failure. You don't have no discipline. You don't know how have no control. You don't have anybody that checks you. You don't have kids that respect you. It doesn't have to be biological, but you end up in jail. Nobody wants to work with you. You got 5, 6, 7, 8 baby mamas. All you do is lead a line, just a line full of people that you have hurt. And all of them are not narcissistic people. They ain't ish. They can change. A narcissistic person cannot change. We're talking about the people who can change. But what happens is the narcissistic people, they put in they start brainwashing the regular guys. And you got to catch it. You have to catch it. Because all of them are not narcissistic. They just start thinking they're the boss, the woman this, the woman that, submission, do this, do that, do this. I mean, they got, why I have to keep playing, I don't have to, but I like to keep playing. And so, baby, when you hear it, you'll know it. Soon as you hear certain keywords, you will know it. You will know it. And whatever I don't talk about over here, guess what? Marlene talk about over there. She talks about it over there. She had a nice show. I think it was, I seen it. Manipulative Family. Like of course her show was good. But don't forget the definitely too. She's very inspirational. Very, very inspirational. You know, to make sure y'all don't go on the wall over there and support my sister. But and we keep the community going. We keep supporting each other, and we keep the community going. We gonna get them numbers right on up. If everybody circle around, them numbers will go up. Now, sometimes I may put some F. Sometimes I'm with the old shit. Sometimes I get bored. Not with the F shit sometimes, but I could do that, right? Marlene ain't gonna do that. But she will come and join us though, right? She'll join us when we on the F stuff. She don't get on the F stuff. I get on the F stuff, but she still support. But either who, guys, I thank you all for being here. I don't take up enough of your time. Again, I have to build this channel back up because they demonetized it months ago. And then after they demonetized it, I can't even go back to get it reviewed because they took my 4,000 hours. I don't get in that neither, but I'm going to watch it. I don't get into it neither, but I'm going to watch it though, Debbie. I don't get into nothing. I've always been the person, I do not, don't tell, I don't even want to hear stuff, I swear. I've never been that type of person. But I will watch it. I will. But again, I think I'm up to like maybe 1,500 or 2,000 hours. I got 2 more 1,000 hours to go. You got you damn Skippy. I got 2 more 1,000 hours to go over here. I should be over here even more actually to get these hours up. But anyway, I appreciate each and every single one of you. So, and don't forget to check out if you would like, check out DJ Torch. DJ Torch been stuck at like 9. He needs 75 people. He been in the game for a while. If y'all don't have DJ Torch, go check out DJ Torch. I'm so used to wanting to people to get to 1,000, but his content is good and he put a lot of work in his content. You know? So we love you more, CC. But definitely check out Torch. Let's just, again, if we circle around and build each other up, and we can build up like everybody else, get some more people, get some more, or share each other content, show each other's content. It don't matter. But that's the only way we're going to grow. But I'm going to end this now. Where we go? Here, I don't know where we at. Here we go.
There's a lady, sweet as can be. She's got.
That ain't it. Where the hell is it? I have no idea where my song is at. That's terrible.
The land of real.
There you go.
There's a love that's true. Sugar love is her name, spreading sweetness too. Her voice like velvet, smooth as a summer breeze. A podcast, the soundtrack to everybody's ears. Sugar love, she's the queen of soul. Ooh, yeah. The podcast, the place where the stories unfold. Ooh, yeah. News and entertainment with a touch so sweet. She's the heartbeat of the community's beat. Ooh, she brings the news with flavor like a cup of hot tea. Uncovering stories, bringing light to what we see. Ooh, with her infectious laughter, she uplifts every soul. Sugar love, she's the one who makes us feel whole. She's the one who makes us feel whole. In the land of real.